Greetings, fellow Sierra Leoneans and viewers beyond the Sierra Leone community. Welcome to Salon for All and Voice for All Network Television. I am your host, Khadija Tijan Nabi. As the flyers say, today we address political sycophants or libelle, as they can say, call them libelle, social media gangsters. How them people they are so they contribute to the downfall of we country or the various community we will find ourselves. In a welcome. I go put in on a pause in a share wide and beyond, and I will come and join voice with other folks them will go join me today. But the very first part I go make I'm brief and I apologize for the delay or into so many things trying for schedule upcoming shows, so it's a lot. So but again, thank you for understanding, for on the wait on the specific time with the flyer saying I thank you, and then I thank you in advance for understanding. So I come right back with in a share as much as I can. Then I will come back in and start the monologue followed by the dialogue. In the meantime, in a share. And I thank you. Make a left with some tune when I go to listen and enjoy ourselves and go come right back. It's saying better yet. I think say I will give an angry man just bust pa jollof. Angry man bust pa jollof. All right, so now welcome once again.
Managers they suffer. The big one and the chop I'm the man no must panjola. Love, managers they suffer. Politicians just a chop Say it no easy, no price control. It no easy, You wake up in the morning, no I don't know. You no easy, More people just a suffer. No easy, Waiting there
from the east to the west end, the people that are tired with the system. Now the truth to they tell them. Pow, we know they cost them. We not tell we bother to sheep press. We the lost now we country. Price control, work no day. They get to you the pocket empty. People that they cry every day. The corruption in a plenty. Whether the thief we country money. Now they no more they gently. But we not go reach you now at salo. We not go die with decently. Fitty fata. Wait about where they fly.
I'm the man no must panjola. Love, managers they suffer. The big one and the chop I'm the man no must panjola. Love, managers they suffer. Politicians just a chop Say it no easy, No price control. It no easy, You wake up in the morning, no I don't know. You no easy, More people just a suffer. No easy, Waiting there.
Now no more they eat. Now no more they share. Too big guy. The people then they suffer. We not even care. This a message I they send to the bar. We get a red lip. The people that they punish. We not they bluff we cheap. We be things say we don't get a Moses. We go take we promise land. We be things say we don't get Julius Caesar. When they can't die for salon. For Mona don't come. Na so lie. Kapu. Left we pampo. Papa know they walk and the mommy know they cook.
Say I'm the man no must panjola. Love, managers they suffer. The big one and the chop I'm the man no must panjola. Love, managers they suffer. Politicians just a chop suffer. You know easy, you know easy. I'm waiting there.
Mwalele mia. Samia doeje nyane ma moya o. So nyivu mia. Mudago metilo. Bon fuila tipia muva. Kele hami. Jibe ge a o. Gina mwame. Go va kanabi. Mwen kamo. Nyane mo ama. Ta fu mo ama doeju. Nyabode si awolo fui. Go wiji gwa ma wulu gama. ATM machine. Long John the ATM machine. Go va kanabi. The politics in Dana. Awolo. Mudago metijita. Ya gbegbe bi mu wa awolo. Mwale monema. You be ya gina mwame.
I'm the man number sponge your love. T-love, managers they suffer. The big one and they chop it. I'm the man number sponge your love. T-love, managers they suffer. Politicians just they chop it. Say, it no easy, it no easy. No price control. It no easy, it no easy. You wake up in the morning, no let on up. You know easy, it no easy. People just they suffer. It no easy, it no easy.
Nyabora kone. Awolo mama. Awolo. Long John. ATM machine.
Yes. Yeah. Say, I'm the man number sponge your love. T-love, managers they suffer. The big one and they chop it. I'm the man number sponge your love. T-love, managers they suffer. Politicians just they chop it. Say, it no easy, it no easy. No price control. It no easy, it no easy. You wake up in the morning, no let on up. You know easy, it no easy.
And I welcome back, as the flyers say. Once again, and I thank you for your patience. Do you feel free for share wide and far. I hope saying I like it soon where I've been the share with angry man boss for jollof, as the word says. Today we want to talk about the sycophants, them, the labele. But before we go into them, we also know say social media now a powerful tool, powerful for now we able for use it's either we use it in a positive way or a negative way. The positive way can be beneficial to we all, wherein the negative way, of course, it does the opposite. Positive, you go able forget to family and friends sooner. You go able forget news sooner than later. In terms of the expenditure, is cheaper. Example as in the case of like WhatsApp. I know say before WhatsApp, we all know say there's people like we were the diaspora a costly for now we reach out to we loved ones, but when it comes to them app there as in WhatsApp, it make it much easier, or Facebook you go able for come you interact, that type of thing. So that's the positive side of it. And this is one thing where I've been get a debate on at college, and of course the debates are not lost by His grace, by God's grace. So we'll be formed into two group where then they argue say one group they argue say, oh, social media it costs more harm than good, but we on defend was social media it can be beneficial if it's used for the right reason. And today now that's where they talk. Now with any communities, even though we don't some of we don't come out in a salon, but we define ourselves in different communities, and in the communities then they too how we decide for use with mouth will either be beneficial to we or it will be the opposite. There are a lot of Sierra Leoneans where they use the social media for the right reasons, where they use for see if they see issue going on in our country, they are honest, they are sincere, then they address the problem and address it in a way where it's honest, sincere, and to the point. Where, on the other hand, the one they already talk about more today, when are the sycophant or the labeler, meaning people then where maybe they have agenda, maybe agenda of self-interest. They are looking for either a position or they are more focused on a partisan approach rather than a patriotic approach. And then people they are so they're not keen aware of the damage, or maybe they are aware but they just don't care because they affect them whether it's directly or indirectly. They don't cause a lot of problem in our community. But like I said, now we give kudos to the good one them. I want to know, let me know if in the yagi so the audio, if in the yagi the way they can share with you, and please let me know as soon as possible so I go increase the volume for the benefit of the rest. But again, I think say I need for share I'm a little bit more, and please share to different forum them so others go join voice. Let it not be one man thing. We get a surprise guest where they'll join me shortly. But again, before I begin play the audio there, so I go on and I share greeting Mr. Alex Smith, greetings to Mr. Dumbia. Thank you so much. I go come back again. I will be putting on a quick break now, share and small more. Then we go start the topic. This time now again, Mr. Bosca Bank, Love That Stays. One of my favorites all times. And I welcome back. I hope saying I enjoyed the tune. Like I say, social media, either we use it for the good or for the bad. So the very first one, we start with now, one from one of we activists back home, when Mr. Alan Mezaga, where I believe say na a sincere contribution where from based on your observation as to how social media don't they play now in our country. I go pause, make I bring that in, and then in a hear from your point of view, and then we go critically analyze and comment, followed by another few, and then I will bring in my surprise guest, and then we go from there. And I thank you.
You're right. You're right in place. The time West alone down there, you don't even ask questions. When you ask questions, not to the politician and they come after you. Now the followers them. Those guys on the social media, where they call themselves the supporters of them candidates, and then they come after you. Made and all remove me as several group because they ask questions. And we need to continue to ask them questions. And I think the last lucky president for Sierra Leone, President Bio, and the last lucky president. Anybody who get to come after President Bio, he get to really go through the crucibles. You have to go through screening. You have to go through a lot of questions. You know, you have to do proper due diligence. You have to thoroughly check that person there. I always say the last lucky president for Sierra Leone, President Bio. You know, but anyone we get for come after President Bio, we get for properly scrutinize that person there. Because if far too long we don't suffer. All through they change leaders, but things are not change. No, something is wrong somewhere. That means we are not getting the right leaders. We are just following the crowd, and it doesn't work that way. We get leaders when they intend for kind of politics, we go back to their backyard. Nothing is home to write about. You get people when they come into presidency now rent in the rents. They don't even get they don't even get a room on the parlor for themselves. Then in a rentage. We don't need them leaders in there. We get leaders when they come into presidency in a salon where they not get nothing. Nothing back of them. So I think so we need to change their narratives and we need to begin to ask questions. That is why you see for some of you they ask questions. People in the travel run after we, come after we because we they ask Dr. Yumkela some questions. Yeah, Dr. Yumkela they say don't look now 160 something countries. You don't look all about the world. You don't do all this. The man is developmentally this, that. Simple questions where I ask Dr. Kandele Kole Yumkela. Let's tell we and crystal clear which don't they do so far for the past year we don't come into parliament to date which don't do Nakambia. What are the tangible things we don't do Nakambia? Well, I'm not seeing that yet, nobody not showing that yet, but they still continue for arguing saying Dr. Kandele has done a lot of things in Gambia. We want to see that. We want to see that because he's a public figure and if we will continue for tell you what they do in Gambia. Because if you get for come out for do something for salon generally, you get for start from a household. So from a household, I don't know say he's a leader that is coming to help Sierra Leone generally. You know, he has done a lot of help to other people around the world. So we want to start to see something which he is planning to do for Sierra Leone. So he need to start it from Gambia. That is my request to Dr. Yumkela. But when you ask them questions and they get people then they come after you. No, enough for ask the man that question, they wanna hate the man, wanna this, that the man. If we hate the man, we'll give the man 4 seats. Is that not a very good beginning? The man registered party and even take 4 or 5 months, get 4 or 5 seats. You know, so that's a very good attempt. But again, the reality about the fact again is that people think say for making be president automatically on the third force is automatic. Not automatic for making be president with third force. A new registered party is not automatic. There are 2 existing political parties in this country, which is the APC and the SLPP. Then no matter how you look at it, that is the fact about it. For making remove that from the mindset of the Sierra Leonean, you have to take you decades. That is fact about it. I don't just speak stories. This is the reality on the ground. So you go from all the political parties, you think say you could just come overseas and can't gain the mindset of the Sierra Leoneans? Jamais. I don't think so. So the reality about the fact, you want to be president in Sierra Leone, figure out, fight and find your way into any one of these 2 political parties. People then can always say, oh, APC is a bad party, SLPP is a bad party. No, the institutions are not bad, are the individuals. So what you do is, you're a good leader, you're a good presidential material, try to be member of one of the 2 parties. You know, so many people they like. So what are the people they like? Go in for them. Be in that party, figure out your way, and be a presidential candidate. Then you can rule the country. But if you say they go from a third force, say you try for Fed for can be president. Well, maybe you don't put gray hair. Age has Age is telling on here every day. Now Samura Kamara, now they go 80, so who knows whether he will be qualified come 2023. You know, and we need young folks then as presidential candidate in Salon. We need people, new ideas, new brains, new things, you know, because it's far too long we don't suffer in this country here. I think the whole idea is changing some of these leaders, changing some of these old folks. That's the idea. It's not the political party that is having the problem. But again, the ego also they affect people. Dr. Kada Yumkela leaving the SLPP now because of ego. Charles Magai leaving the SLPP is because of ego. You know, Bayugu leaving the APC is because of ego. All them guys that watch the when they left them political party. Now ego. When you want to effect changes, you get to stay in there. If you cannot stand the heat of the kitchen, you get out. So that is why most of them are leaving those political parties because of ego, because of greed, you know, selfish interests and all that thing. And then they continue to deceive and disappoint the people of Sierra Leone because we don't belong to this party. We left they galvanize people. Then when Allah go, when I form small party, when I not win, and the people they suffer. They outside and come over, they win the election. They look, they frown at them. Look at those guys who were within the SLPP. They follow Dr. Yumkela. They follow other political party. Now when them party they not win, Dr. Yumkela not win election. Now those guys are suffering. Those guys are going through hell. Because they're not the SLPP, they're not there. Outside they cannot help them to handle or to sort out their social amenities. So you see what I mean? So stay where you are. I mean, come heat, come cold, stay where you are. But the real party, man, they go from party, come also go. So it's disappointing the people, deceiving the people. You know, I mean, so we need to stop that. Thank you very much, my brother.
So, thank you. I was sure saying I hear that's loud and clear. However, and then secondly, I sure saying that they see me face better today. And I get for beer with the platform and maximum respect and kudos to we Iron Lady we have been interviewed today. We are noticed they on board with we. Salute to the wonderful Madam Timbo. Thank you. And for now we missed that interview day. Now please go back and watch that interview. And I will be so moved and motivated by this woman in strength and a wonderful story from where she started to where she's at today. And we as Sierra Leone will continue for pray for and for more elevation for all we say don't do and we say they continue for do. Now, and also in a share that link of it too, including this one as well, in a share as much as in I can, because it's going to be eated. This surprise guest will come with me soon. But now we analyze this audio for a little bit. This is now one of the audio then where I will consider, like I say first, one of the things that I say, we either use the social media for the good or for the bad. When you look you they hear a voice of a patriotic Sierra Leonean where it gets series of concerns them where it lay out. One is say from the time I go look and say it mean from the time we'll gain independence to the point of we current or we sitting president, we're not been the really check a good background check on we people then way with a give prestige or sensitive position as that of the as high as the presidency. So it say after this now, we as Sierra Leoneans, we go learn for basically take with time, we ask certain questions them. Questions of how long this person not been on work, this person able forget if now one bedroom or get a home, you know, it makes series of things them concerns them in that area. What it say we for check the person thoroughly before we decide say with a gear towards say now we put that person there in our office. Which I believe say makes sense with anything, anywhere where they go for job, they can always ask you for your salon, we call them civic, now so we call our resume. Resume na a piece of paper where basically go give you or in a civic I na go call them where they give all the detail of your credentials or your background in terms of your working experience, what you don't do, how long you don't work in at the company. So on and so forth. So that with that, or in terms of your education background to what you don't achieve, that will give the employer a better idea as to is this person going to be a beneficial or it will be somebody will go help the organization or the company forget to that goal or that dream or waiting then they look forward to for net and gets the post, the right man for join them, not in company. So it also, some of the things that we'll go agree to disagree. It talk about, say, now we try for gear towards the encouraging the new brains, them new ideas. I can look and say, I can what you can call best of both worlds is that both the elderly, the young one, and for respect the old one, and the old one, then also for encourage the young one, then the young one, then able for learn through the experience of the old one, them we vital, we go also be a guidance. Like I can always advise me picking them. Experience come two ways. Either you went through it or you learn from another individual, and hopefully you go put yourself in a position where you learn from the mistakes or the blessing from other people. You try for pick from that and able for guide you towards your own success. So and so for me, I look and say the old one them very, very important in our life. And also when you look back again, the young one them, give us in an example of technology. Now everything we do is technology. So let's say for sometimes we own papa them days or we mama them days, they need to go school, then required for use computer or for say send an email, those type of things. So now with the younger generation, we now get they in that position where we go able for help their parents there. So or even we as the second generation, we the third generation, then when are we on picking them, they can even know better than we in terms of technology, in terms of guiding us with certain things that we maybe sometimes we not necessarily obviously we not know it all. And every motorman for make room for improvement or for make room for say I don't know and I need help and help me out. So now that's another thing. It also talk about ego, how ego can destroy, and then it also talk about it give example of one of the politician when a KKY where it say like a good question waiting it really don't do for salon per se. Maybe I will play the audio back again or go through them and then we go from there. Then it talk about the two main political party who don't ever exist na Sierra Leone where na either APC or SLPP what it believes say when anybody wants succeed now then two parties so they for choose, and he also use the word when as something when myself can always use me debates them where myself strongly agree with them say not to the institution then broken now the individual, and that is fact. It like you go and create 20 political party. If that leader of that political party they not mean good for salon, it will go back to square one. Or let's say if the leader mean good in cabinet member the way it choose, either they can make them or break them. So in the end now the individual where they as the lead or the cabinet members them, because if somebody, let's say a friend of mine, look at me say okay I trust you for bring you for now you help me for reach to that specific dream, and either you go be my assistant or whatever the case may be, right there that friend don't trust me for put me in that sensitive position. It is up to me now for live up to expectation. So if God forbid me fail that friend, God forbid, it not mean say na the that me friend in company na the problem. Obviously na me fail the friend where we're not able to accomplish the goal. So with that same scenario, now we link out so we country. Again, if somebody comes say they come with Khadija movement political party, right? Come in, go na salon, I get all good intention. I bring 10 of people, then well, see them gets the education, the know-how, then give me the impression, say, then go work with me, and the hope that how me gold or me the way how what you plan for salon, then go work with me in the interest of salon. Now I don't trust them. If me go now, I go set a political party that we win. We then now in governance. Sometimes me go to kill myself. I dey do my own part. Even a small organization, you come, you say now bring come Sori, Musa, Saidu, you name it. You say okay now come you na your position this. You na you for the na so you na this. But if them people that they decide not for do am, you go continue for do you on, you know, you go continue for do on, but in the end of the day, for run a country, let alone, let's just say even a small thing as your own organization or your own company, is already frustrating before I say now running an entire country. So if them people then they not work with either the leader not they work or the people that they work. If they're not they work, now the leader in place for now it replace them, because one, you don't be how you call them, you don't be you don't interfere to the progress of that leader there in your manifesto. But if the leader decide for left them people in the day, then that leader also they contribute to the downfall of the nation. So I want to just analyze this audio for in I will come, I will repeat them back, and then I will give example now for the one day where they cause the problem now with nation. The one day where they bring them bad audio, then where basically then gold, like the flyers say, they are sycophants, then are labeler, because the intention is not for or the goal is not for the interest of the masses or the country as a whole, but rather then they work towards their own personal interest, where it be said they not even get the guts or the fear of God for say, make her able for point out, if even I'm a friend, I will tell him in a very respectful and peaceful manner, say, hey, you the messed up because I don't want your company go down. So now so you forgo this and that, you know. So now make her play this way again for in I will just come way in a miss Sam. Then we'll go from there with surprise guests, like I say, will come with we soon.
My brother, you all right?
Now 1 second. I just put the speaker so you're not go able for hear and better.
You're right in place. The time where salon down there, you don't even ask questions. So you ask questions, not to the politician and they come after you. Now they followers them. Those guys on the social media, where they call themselves the supporters of them candidates, and then they come after you. May the Lord remove me as several group because they ask questions. And we need to continue for asking questions. And I think the last lucky president for Sierra Leone, President Bio, and the last lucky president. Anybody who get for come after President Bio, he get for really go through the crucibles. You get to go through screening. You get to go through a lot of questions. You know, you get to do proper due diligence. You get to thoroughly check that person there. I always say the last lucky president for Sierra Leone, President Bio. You know, but anyone we get for come after President Bio, we get for properly scrutinize that person there. Because if for too long we don't suffer. Although they change leaders, but things are not change. No, something is wrong somewhere. That means we are not getting the right leaders. We are just following the crowd, and it doesn't work that way. We get leaders when they intend for kind of politics where you go back to their backyard. Nothing is home to write about. You get people that they come into presidency now rents, then they rent. They don't even get they not even get a room or the parlor for themselves. Then in a rentage. We don't need them leaders in there. We get leaders when they come into presidency in a salon where they not get nothing back of them. So I think we need to change their narratives and we need to begin to ask questions. That is why you see for some of you they ask questions. People in the traffic they run after we, come after we because we ask Dr. Yumkela some questions. Yeah, Dr. Yumkela they say they work now 160 something countries. He don't work all about the world. He don't do all this. The man is developmentally this, that. Simple questions where I asked Dr. Kandere Yumkela. Let's tell we crystal clear what don't they do so far for the past year we don't come into parliament to this what don't do Nakambia. What not the tangible things that we don't do Nakambia. Well, I'm not seeing that yet, nobody not showing that yet, but they still continue for arguing Dr. Kandere Yumkela has done a lot of things in Gambia. We want to see that. We want to see that because he's a public figure and if we continue to tell you what they do Nakambia. Because if you get for come out for do something for a salon generally, you get for start up from a household. So from a household, I don't know say he's a leader that is coming to help Sierra Leone generally. You know, he has done a lot of help to other people around the world. So we want to start to see something which he is planning to do for Sierra Leone. So he need to start it from Gambia. That is my request to Dr. Yumkela. But when you ask them questions and they get people then they come after you. No, enough for ask the man that question, they when I hate the man, when I this, that the man. If you hate the man, we'll give the man 4 seats. Is that not a very good beginning? The man register and party, even take 4 or 5 months, get 4 or 5 seats. You must have done a very good attempt. But again, the reality about the fact again is that people think say for making big president automatically under third force is automatic. Not automatic for making big president though. with third force, a new registered party, is not automatic. There are two existing political parties in this country, which is the APC and the SLPP. Then no matter how you look at it, that is the fact about it. For make you remove that from the mindset of the Sierra Leonean, you get to take you decades. That is fact about it. I don't just speak stories. This is the reality on the ground. So you go from all the political parties. You think so you could just come overseas and can't gain the mindset of the Sierra Leoneans? Jamais. I don't think so. So the reality about the fact, you want to be president in Sierra Leone, figure out, fight, and find your way into any one of these two political parties. People can always say, oh, APC is a bad party, SLPP is a bad party. No, the institutions are not bad, are the individuals. So what you do, if you're a good leader, you're a good presidential material, try to be member of one of the two parties. You know, so many people they like. So what the people they like? Go in for them. Be in that party, figure out your way, and be a presidential candidate. Then you can rule the country. But if you say they go from a third force, say you try for Fed for can be president. Well, maybe you don't put gray hair. Age is telling on you every day. Now Samura Kamara, now they go 80, so who knows whether he will be qualified come 2023. You know, and we need young folks then as presidential candidate in Asalom. We need people, new ideas, new brains, new things, you know, because it's far too long we don't suffer in this country here. I think the whole idea is changing some of these leaders, changing some of these old folks. That's the idea. It's not the political party that is having the problem. But again, the ego also they affect people. Dr. Kada Yumkela leaving the SLPP now because of ego. Charles Magai leaving the SLPP is because of ego. You know, Bayigu leaving the APC is because of ego. All them guys that watch when they elect them political party. Now ego. When you want to effect changes, you get to stay in there. If you cannot stand the heat of the kitchen, you get out. So that is why most of them are leaving those political parties because of ego, because of greed, you know, selfish interests and all that thing. And then they continue to deceive and disappoint the people of Sierra Leone. Because we don't belong to this party, we let they galvanize people. Then wanna go, form small party, wanna not win, and the people they suffer. They outside and come over, they win the election, they look, they frown at them. Look at those guys who were within the SLPP. They follow Dr. Yumkela. They follow other political party. Now, when that party they not win, Dr. Yumkela not win election. Now, those guys are suffering. Those guys are going through hell because they're not the SLPP. They're not there. Outside, they cannot help them to handle or to sort out their social amenities. So you see what I mean? So stay where you are. I mean, come heat, come cold, stay where you are. But the way party, man, they go from party, come also go. So it's disappointing the people, deceiving the people. You know, I mean, so we need to stop that. Thank you very much, my brother.
Wonderful. Hey, I'd be telling us, say, would they get a surprise guest, a guest away? Okay, would they get a caller now? Answer that quick before I bring a wonderful guest in. Salon for All, Voice for All, Network Television. Kindly identify yourself, please, and welcome.
Yeah. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name and where you come from? Huh?
That's it. I come from Germany. I think you look so beautiful today, Mr.
Oh, you are so kind. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
You don't enjoy.
Yeah, so you be done to listen, right?
Yeah, they want to thank you so much for this great job where they do. Can't be sacrificed.
Yeah.
You deliver everything. Good time, especially when our country interest, you know. Yeah. We don't really know we don't really know how we go. We want you for that. We only go and we go.
Thank you so much.
Job what they do. Yeah, we really appreciate that.
Thank you.
So like don't listen the voice note and the opinions of so many Sierra about KKY and all the Ghanaians that doing like the two main own two parties dedicated to school parties, which is the SLPP and the APC, and form another party.
Yeah.
Like me generally I can say each and every Sierra Leonean, as long as you are Sierra Leonean to qualify, you get the right to form a political party if he get that right absolutely. Yeah, I'm not saying that a crime. And me view and opinion we need to always give what I feel. It's necessary for them to get third force at that country because I will take country for 60 years because we are coming close to 60 years now, independent. That then two party and they may operate now with the political platform now with country.
Yeah.
But there is nothing, some of we like me, I'm over 40 years old, so there is nothing we don't know about those political parties, APC and SNPP.
Yeah.
Now we country. So like if we don't pass 40 years, we own our Freetown, the capital city, we grow up there, we school there, we left with people and we kind of this part of the world, we see the world, we see everything, we see each and every on the side, what happen in our country. There is nothing they will go stop them to participate. Even the capital city of Freetown, we even 30% or 20% of Sierra Leone, the households, they not even get 24 hours running water. Now the homes of Sierra Leone. So there is no way we go see how we like if we see other party where somebody where things say this person here, they don't head an organization, they don't handle it, and they don't kind of come to take up for kind of big or can change the mentality and ideas of Sierra Leoneans and the way that they think and the way they will look at things in our country. I think say everybody getting your own right and opinion of your okay, let me try this person, let me support that. Yeah, so like if KKY or Charles Magai and the SLPP, he go. To me, I'm not keep like ego pull them all that and they will like put them in the APC, then let's see now because of no matter it being a problem just for this, they say they left and say they go from their own party for me them be a leader by the country. You know? Yeah, so like Neo opinion when me they say me there is nothing wrong with that for me to do that. Yeah, there is nothing wrong with that and nothing wrong with that for sharing as they made do so. The two main political parties. Majority of we not trust them. Me like me for one, I don't trust none of them for it. There is nothing available. I pray, I wish because majority of Sierra Leoneans and these two political parties they support. I pray and wish one day they will change. They will better for we Sierra Leoneans. But this way they continue for over 50 years, it's just the same. Yeah. Because this way come a new government will come with and see then a new direction. Then you do the worse than waiting the previous government to be done. Yeah. So like, yeah, so trust study, who's coming for the now? So if we see some party come, majority of we now don't go for balance for this new tier, no prayer. Yeah, it's just like an example, say, see, you don't go married or you don't go love in a toxic relationship. You say because this person, I don't want to make an idea, they no more. We don't want to kill them. No, try new thing. You don't go quit, try new thing. You don't go in a toxic relationship till you die. You then like lose that you need to respect because of the same thing. So try new thing.
Thank you so much. Thank you. With all your points, thank you so much. Wonderful. Thank you. Okay, stay with we are. And if you need for call back, feel free to do so. All right. Audience, thank you. In a patience we small, I want to engage the wonderful guests with Sui here. When many be referred to as Mr. Ibrahim KKY. Not stop and then himself come and introduce himself. And before we learn, so we today discussion because we not even start yet with the sycophants, then we just start first with the, like I say, the media. It can be used either in a positive way for engage with or for stimulate with mind, or it can be used in the opposite way, where obviously not good for a nation or with various community will find ourselves. Welcome, sir. Finally here. Welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate that. And like you said, it's been a while, so
absolutely.
Yeah. Very much, I feel very privileged and honored, for joining a platform. I normally don't do this, I can always just like to do things at my own time, at my own pace. But hey, we appreciate you. Thank you. So I listened to the conversations.
Yes.
And I think I want to say hello to everybody watching there. And
so before you go there, myself want to say it is an honor because you are one of the few where I consider say you happen to be a patriotic. You look at things on all different angles and then you learn to what is I consider to be the truth. We're going to be beneficial for the masses. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Salutes. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. I think at the end of the day, delegates in Sierra Leone, when you take the folks and when you support the APC as a political party, they don't see exactly what Ibrahim was actually getting at back in the day when I was saying all the things I was saying against the APC. I mean, like I always say, we all contribute in our own ways, but I myself contribute in my own ways for make sure delegates today we look for a change, but we don't get change what we expect for. We get this kind of disaster really happens when it comes to the right now. APC they tend to appreciate the delegates. Anybody who support APC party, they tend to appreciate Ibrahim delegates today because now they're seeing everything that was they advocate about is what SLP can do, and then don't go 100%. APC was like maybe 5-10%, all the kind of a catastrophe we see so right now in the country. So I'm very much blessed to have 4% in a situation like that. Where the same advocacy you do during the APC regime is the same advocacy you do so that we are self-defeating the power. And of course, because of tribalism and sectionalism, people in Africa, this tribalism really kills. People really focus on about issues and the national, about nationalistic approach to things. People really focus on a tribe and a small section, or just because the man goes outside they eat 20 days. They don't care about the next man. They don't care how sorry, they survive. They don't care how Masari, they try to put food on the table. And that is the problem, that is the mentality. And until we all come and say, don't put your political party aside, put everything aside, all the region, all the tribe. I mean, brother, we come on the same path, and my sister, we all come on the same path. Let's think about Sierra Leone. When they think about Sierra Leone, they think about the average man. That man will live, don't bomb and don't pay. Those are the people I think about. Not only small elites in our society, with the way they chop, by the way they get their gets, life is fine for them. Those are not the people I care about. We all agree that I say 90% of Sierra Leoneans are suffering. And 90% of Sierra Leoneans don't get a place at the table. All that they get now just not even crumbs because people are not hungry till they get to the point. So that is why we continue advocating for people advocating and speaking about the issue. If you want me to stop for that for now, later conversation, I'll let you do that.
Once again, it is an honor to have you. We got so much for discuss today, and one of which you talk is that the one thing we me don't observe is that some of we can be hypocritical, meaning that when we there as opposition, like how you give a great example, when you've been there, when the other political party been there, you've been getting hard time. Oh yeah, Ibrahim is good, whatever. Then when they come down at the seats, everything you come back again and say, then oh no, this not so now. It's a lot of negative words when they go use for describe you, And when we talk about being hypocrite or hypocritical, I wonder we play a video. Now we come back. This video where basically because anything where they talk I like now gets fact for back my statement up. So this one I consider I can call him the Renaissance man when I get respect for the young man, a brilliant young man when I was ACC boss. But during that time when he was there in opposition, there's a lot of significant points them where it bring come to Sierra Leoneans them say, hey, if the government and the people them not like a employer. So if the employee or the employer need to do the right thing, the employee gets right for X, Y, and Z. But anyway, now no quote and wrong. Now we all watch and together we come back again. We critically analyze this specific thing where they talk about. Will they come back, audience? In ourselves watch and with we.
Good morning, compatriots. My name is Francis Ben Kaifala, and I am Renaissance. The Sierra Leone Renaissance movement has called on fellow Sierra Leoneans to wear black on Monday. We call it Black Monday. It's the Monday where we are supposed to show our dissatisfaction at the way the country has been run. Since independence to date, the Sierra Leonean has had a life that is less than what we would desire. We wake up in the morning worrying about the basic things that the rest of the world has forgotten. We worry about electricity, we worry about water supply, we worry about food, we even worry about security. successive governments have failed us. This is the time for the Sierra Leoneans to refuse to accept less and request more. We have to show our leaders that poverty is not a way of life. It is something which is man-made, and men all over the world have fought to change it. In Sierra Leone, it seems things cannot get better. Why? Why do people vote governments? Governments are voted to make the lives of their people better. If they cannot make their lives better, then that is a failure of social contract. And when there is a failure of social contract, the counterparties, in this case, who are the people, need to demand from the governments that what is done is not what was agreed. We have to stand up for what we believe in. We cannot reject, we cannot accept this way of life. We have to reject it. In recent times, the economy has been destroyed. Inflation is galloping. The dollar has moved from 4,300 leones in 2013 to 7,300 leones in 2016. Inflation is something around 12.5%. Few days ago, even fuel, which underscores the basic movement of people to engage in economic activity, has moved from 3,750 leones to 6,000 leones. Why? How do they expect people to live? That is why we in the Renaissance movement are calling on Sierra Leoneans to wear black. The black is to show that the colors that have led us have failed us. Now in Sierra Leone, black is the new red. We are not ready to accept less. I thank you. Good morning, compatriots. My name is Francis Ben Kaifala and I am Renaissance. The Sierra Leone Renaissance movement has called on fellow Sierra Leoneans to wear black on Monday. We call it Black Monday. It's the Monday where we are supposed to show our dissatisfaction at the way the country has been run. Since independence to date, the Sierra Leonean has had a life that is less than what we would desire. We wake up in the morning worrying about the basic things that the rest of the world has forgotten. We worry about electricity, we worry about water supply.
So now welcome back. Like I say, anything what we did discuss here, we forget. We authentic evidence for back with statement up for no misguide anyone. So I want kind of like re-echo some of the statements them from we ACC boss when I've been then the Renaissance man, where I can call the Renaissance man. It makes some again every Sierra Leonean's patriotic Sierra Leonean go agree say all in submission was in place, but then again how sincere was he? Because now, if you don't say that when you've been there in opposition, then now you're there in a position for do better. And then we see the example of if Sierra Leoneans then grab one of the suggestion where it says Sierra Leoneans then for stand up, then for wear black, the black now the new red, where it be say it use the word say now social if they don't fail with social contract, then Sierra Leoneans them then for demand say then for do better. They're not for I call them for settle for just less, but rather request for there then give them better. It talk about basic needs, basic necessity. It talk about inflation. Then it talk about say basically like I stated about the red people then for go out and basically demand for the government to do better than then. Well now we go from that time to now, and it also compare about the inflation then, which you say was 3,000 or 300,000 to 7,000 and 12.5%. Well now compare all that now then and now from the then administration to now. I want to we talk about that. Many go look and say now hypocritical if you don't urge people them, you don't encourage Sierra Leoneans say them get right for stand for them rights. The presidents or the governments do right by them. But we see now in the case of where people like in the example of the McKinney winner, the very recent one, where they say okay, where they stand say this electricity so it was that money where they allocate. I mean specifically for this we community, and if even the one can take them, let them follow the due process or the right way for can take them from, we not go agree. So then people, then they stand for the rights as we ACC boss suggests when it be there in opposition. So now if you they say that, we don't also see a video where we sitting president while he there on opposition say, now we use social media for get we points them across, because why? Now that social media, the international world, they see. So now I want to bring come back Mr. Fofana in. Now he give your own take on this we Renaissance man, we ACC boss and his submission then, and when you you see the laugh, I see you see at the talk. I'm teasing you, I'm teasing you. So coming down. It's a Lawrence who they bring you in soon, sir. Come in, Mr. Fofana. Welcome once again.
That is the power of democracy at work, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like night and day if you want to compare the SLPP administration now to the APC, right? Renaissance man had the opportunity with the leader at the time of the APC and former president, like Roma, encourage that kind of voice of dissent here. Because this is a voice of dissent. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine if this Renaissance man can speak up the same way against this regime and this government we against that? Where is this man?
It would have been powerful. Yes.
Man.
Yes.
Is this guy Sierra Leone? Where is he? Who's are they don't go further? Because we don't lost this man. We'll be very things. But you know, on a serious note, I think using his own words, I think it's about time the McKinney t-shirt that when they arrest people in front house. See, because people print the t-shirt where you get the faces them of Sierra Leoneans, innocent unarmed citizens that were killed. If now this SLPP government say these people are for where, when we ask, using the word of this Renaissance man who is the anti-corruption commissioner boss, we select people and weigh them put in there across Sierra Leone, but should say that would be the new color of the country. Because that is the reality of what is that.
Sad. Yes.
Where is this Renaissance man? Well, this is the problem we make. Going back to a few people, and when they say, always that's when they kind of politics, they become very authentic and this and that, but let them go inside, once they go inside, they don't turn and twist with people. You see them with various people in the country, where they don't go down inside the power, inside they don't go begin play ball, they play game, they don't mix, or everything that they were saying back in the day, it is not that. Where is the Julius Malema of Sierra Leone? That is what we're looking for. This guy, Renaissance man, made all these points back then. He was allowed to do it. That was democracy there. Power of the people, for the people and by the people, coming together. Well, why SLPP not give these people of Sierra Leone the opportunity and chance now for them to speak up about the issues that are bothering them? Why did they arrest people then? Where was Renaissance man? Who said this guy there when they kill people in Alonsa at the by-elections? Where is this guy when they go kill people in Atonkoliba? Where is this guy when they go on a constituency wanted? When they without representation today in the parliament? Where is this Renaissance man? Where is this Renaissance man? When they go kill people in Padimba, prisoners then, even if they're rioting, they killed over 50, 60 prisoners. That's enough. That's too much. Where's the Renaissance man? Where is Francis Ben Kaifala? Where is Francis Ben Kaifala when they're killing people in Makeni right now?
Absolutely. I like that.
For the people of Sierra Leone to rise up, Francis Ben Kaifala.
Yes.
You had the opportunity. What did you do? To fight corruption. In your own way. You went after teachers, little people. Chief Minister who stole $1.5 million. You know, go after them. You know, prosecutor. Alpha Timbo and others. Where we don't say, next time we go for come up if they carry case go court. You and the Attorney General, the former Attorney General, we are going to hang it. We are argue. For they look like, so we they look on the outside to be like say, oh, no, it was just a misunderstanding between two of you. Say one person agrees, say that it should be a trial by judge or trial by jury. Just because we want to put the case like what? Because Alpha Timbo don't tell us, say, if we go court and they talk about the call people against them. Where is this Renaissance man? These are the people. This is the point we're trying to make. Because I'm using his own words against him now. This is a point where we say, well, Sierra Leoneans, if we have been listen to the Renaissance man, Francis Ben Kaifala, who is the Anti-Corruption Commission boss there, with his own words, this is the time for you guys to rise up. I think enough is enough.
Yes.
People of Sierra Leone should rise up and stand up and say, you know what? Something belongs to us, the people. That's what the Constitution prescribes. Because the government derives all its powers from the people. And why are the people being oppressed now in Sierra Leone? Why are they arresting people and arbitrarily across the country? People are not allowed to have representation in court. Then they allow them to get lawyers. Mr. Francis Ben Kaifala, where are you? So this is the level of hypocrisy that we're dealing with. And this is why people don't get trust for a lot of us. Because they will say, Ibrahim, they talk now. When I give Ibrahim opportunity just now, Ibrahim, they forget what we back. But I would say to my people out there, Ibrahim have a different, level and caliber and way of thinking. Ibrahim don't come to America as some of the institutions where Ibrahim get himself into. These are institutions of high moral values and standards. And where nothing will make and nothing will take some of these values and these attributes that I've learned from the institution of our family. Well, a lot of these guys don't spend themselves at those institutions. A lot of these guys, they run them go school, do effect on our effect, become lawyer, and this and that, and all that stuff they do. We are institutionalized. We don't just come on, we don't go to school and do and this and that. We belong to organizations and we get hierarchy, we get structure, where we are disciplined. Corruption only there. You don't hold my hand on the water. You don't go outside with it, go say, turn this, the result here, let you look at people food. That is the distinguishing feature and difference between Speedy and some of these guys. Because some of these guys don't get the level of exposure where we don't get woke up the diaspora, where we come overseas. They said, oh, don't tell me something, what we don't do. Then they alone, the cultures that we've imbibed, they don't make, there's no way anybody can do what's my face upside down. Because when I say I'm focused on the people getting a better life, that is what I meant. And nothing gonna change that. If I went for doing my work effective, I would resign my job and say, you know what, I cannot do it. But Francis Ben Kaifala, using the words, my friend, this is the problem, young man. You guys are damaging your future professions because some of you guys, with everything this world is going to follow you. This is the 21st century. All of this stuff is documented. And this is how people are going to go after you now. They go back to 6 years ago and bring it now to present and see what happened. Have you spoke to the president? Have you come out, Mr. Renaissance man, and tell President Julius Malabo, say you're my president, but what you're doing is wrong. And I think the people of Sierra Leone deserve better. The people of Sierra Leone deserve better.
Well stated, sir. So another thing where many Sierra Leoneans them, where I happen to be one of you sympathizer them, right? Where maybe you might not know this. Many Sierra Leoneans were very, I don't know if not concerned, I would say, or very upset with the fact that you put yourself on the line, you get so much abuse, whether it's verbal abuse, attack, because of the stand where you take for one of we politician where happen to be KKY. Many Sierra Leoneans go and know waiting be make because you don't define who you are in terms of moral, you waiting that you know how you they carry yourself and your expectation for any political party or person or community where you they decide for associate yourself with. So with that said, many go and know waiting if you know are even going to the in total, what to make you take that decision, say, you know what, I detach myself from this political party and just go with the liberation. Come back in, sir.
Absolutely. You see, first of all, I'll make this very clear. I was very sympathetic to, KKY at the time where I see him, because I never really involved myself in Sierra Leone politics at the time. But during the election, of 2017, when the election topic didn't come up as Sierra Leone, I started looking at the various candidates and I realized, wow, we get a Sierra Leone, I looked at the resume and everything. And of course, we no longer deny the fact that, hey, that man has a very crisp resume, across the globe, right? So I thought that in him, we have a fighter. I'm looking for a fighter. And I didn't mention names. I mentioned people like the Julius Malemas and all these folks. Nobody ever tell me, say that people are going to get gets. People coming after them, trying to go after them. They tell them, they will do this, they will do that. They will kill you, they will blah, and this and that. But we see people like the Julius Malema, I'm using that, and I'm saying that because when I started seeing after the elections, post-elections, now we watch how, the leader of the NGC declaring himself of parliament and everything, with everything else that was going on in the country and all that stuff, I kind of, what you really look for, and some people look for somebody who will stand on their behalf, somebody who will talk for them. This is not about diplomacy, this is not about a level of education and all that stuff. See, a lot of people just want to see you are defending them. You might not have what it takes to do what you have to do to get it done. But they want to see, even if you're inside the country or outside of the country, they want to fight that. And, unfortunately, at some point, with every other little thing and skirmishes that were going beyond, beyond the NGC as a party itself, my worth is nobody ever buy me one. What I did for NGC as a political party, if I do it for the Democrats or the Republicans in America, I'm telling you, I'll be a household name at this point. So my worth is much more than anything anybody can offer me. I am priceless, and I know that. And not that I'm super conscious about it, But I'm not going to say yes. I have what it takes to be able to reach the people, advocate for people. Why would I keep advocating for somebody where I feel so they please me desires and where they touch the nerves as I wanted to touch those nerves. At that point, I feel like there's no need. I mean, hey, everybody's going to be everybody. There's no way I can change this person. This person is who he is. Because when you look like Dr. Ugella, this man, of course, for over 30 years in the international world, is into diplomacy, right? We are not in a diplomatic society, and systems and infrastructure need. But this man not into diplomacy. Everything is standard protocol, SOPs. This is how you do what you do here. And it's not dogmatic. Not really kind of a leader. And even the 2018 election, I can guarantee some of people, if Dr. Ugella was a dogmatic man, he would have been the president. We see how SLP play out and play, and we reflect it in their power. But don't cut me on all of that. But all I'm saying is, at some point, it gets to a point when I think enough is enough. I've done what I had to do at the time. And it's up to the people. If he was grateful, if he's not grateful, I didn't do what I be grateful. I did it because I knew it was the right thing to do. And I believe that's why I get a lot of people always see what I do, making similarly do the same thing for me what I do for them. And because what we're doing in life is to always make sure we set a role model. We set a model for people. And then I get a lot of young Sierra Leoneans today, a lot of hardworking young men and women where I believe they can take the same sacrifice for Ibrahim because they see what I've done for other people. So I'm not going to try to muddy the waters there. Nothing personally between myself and that man. Dr. Ugella, maybe if we spoke maybe 2 or 3 times, so people say, what's it? No, they call you, they talk to you. You tell me you come to America, I want to be, and all this stuff they did. But I did everything I had to do. I don't come there, think over everything. We set up a radio station, raise money, advocacy, WhatsApp, Facebook, all that stuff. I did it, I sacrificed. And one day somebody said to pay the same price, we will sacrifice. That's the bottom line. I think we have to just sow the seeds. And if you see somebody with a potential, I think it's nice to go in and say, hey, let's give it to them.
Yeah. So obviously for me, not being part of the NGC political party, but from being outside and hear one of the audio where you take out, I feel the pain of saying that I wasn't looking for a million, I wasn't looking for a huge recognition, but I just want at least a phone call for say, okay, this 9 they go on Adoyeri, rest assured that all will be well. Am I wrong?
Well, I'll say this again. Let me say I get a young man. Let's say I'm protesting for elections. I get a young man where one day meet, I know Sabia from 19 Jubilee, right? That young man, they fight for me, tawa for me, and everything. But during the course of the elections, I was so busy, I didn't forget to thank for that young man day. Let's use a name. Let's say Alpha as an example. Alpha fought for me. Alpha was on social media. Alpha did everything he could within his power to advocate for me. I will get for come after elections. I say, okay, well, elections is over. This Alpha guy, I don't start him. Hey, God, what do this guy do? Alpha would be a bosom to me. Alpha would be that guy away. I don't say, I don't like phones. I don't deal with phones as much. Believe me, I'm a very private guy. That this make way, man. They say, just like Dr. Martin Luther King says, the ultimate measure of a man is not where you stand in moments of comfort and convenience, but where you stand in moments of controversies and challenges. And that is the whole thing, and that is the question I keep asking myself every day. That is why I do what I do. But otherwise, I just want some fun for relax. Then I also like I do with picking, and so we slow like Sunday evening, like this. I watch a movie with them. We sit down, we read book. I tell them explain to me the book where you read, what you learn, for that, all that stuff. But coming back to that, I think it would have been very nice. For Alpha would have appreciated if Ibrahim came back after and tried to build a relationship with us. Say, Alpha, listen, I don't know much about you. I want to know a little bit about you. Anytime I come America, I can't tell you personally. I can't talk and all that kind of stuff. I think, hey, but again, that's not what I was looking for, right? But you just think, as a regular human being, yes, you have to be grateful to certain people. And if you hear certain things that happen to certain person, I don't play with Alpha also.
Yes.
Alpha, this to me, so I don't go third way, get other person involved in this and that. Alpha, I'm going to pick up the phone and call and say, hey, let's talk about it. And let's settle this thing. This is you and I, confidential, one-on-one. Those kind of things. But anyway.
Yes, I think, say, like where the local saying go say, no cry for you all nets, then I'm when you ask me why you are red. I believe, say, Sierra Leoneans go don't get you point to side they reach. And unfortunately, these are the concerns. If they see some of these concerns at the critical moments where they not assume office yet, then people like the one that will go say, no, just say we put ourselves in the category of the grassroots. The grassroots now they go, they take the placard, they holla, they make a campaign, they try for raise fund, now they sweat, now they take that water bottle, now they go through all the abuse, the verbal abuse, or whatever the case may be, in some case even physical abuse, you name it. Then in the end, or some of them, they are so good at the acting position wearing, when they want something, they are so down to earth. And once then gets what's in the ones, then another office there. You want to see the past you go make appointments, say 10 years later. So how do we learn from these bad politics games when they use the masses then for them get what's in the ones, but then when they get there, they not care for the masses? How you go advise Sierra Leoneans for like how this Mr. Allen Talk say, from where we gain independence, now that way they may go read them, to the point now which we sit in president, this president for be we last example wearing, we not go in and make sure say we do thorough investigation about them, whether like I been make earlier with me open statements, when somebody they find a job, Salon go call and civic, we they call a resume. By the resume, you're able to see how long you don't work in job, you know how many years you don't invest in that job, they what's in ability, in strength, and also they also give you background of in education. Then they give the employee or the employer, sorry, an entirety of that individual. If you don't date 10 years, work 5 years, 20 years, you go ask say why that gap in employment, and what to make you feel say you capable or able where you don't sit on this long for even come and can work in a McDonald's. So if we are able for critically, like how we they say at this platform, not only would they just run, but they critically analyze, would they critically think, and we're here for stimulate the minds of Sierra Leoneans them, let them think beyond or outside the box, outside of the political affiliation, but rather as a patriotic. It not mean say if you political party they do wrong, call it, because you would look for the interest of your country. If you continue for commend your political party, I say they do wrong, members say the other one get for calm. Then when he come, also you go get for talk. Come back in, Mr. Fofana.
Absolutely. Coming to that point, and that is the problem we have in Sierra Leone politics and across Africa. Like how we always say, it's that partisan thing. Everybody just leans towards the political party so much that they don't get mind for call outs the bad that they're doing. And I don't want to call those people sycophants and idiots because I don't want to lose the audience. But I want to be polite as best as possible to appeal to their conscience, that emotional side of them, to know that just like people be happy with the APC, they like today the certain members, people in now with the audience that they watch, and they were the same people where they defend the APC. These were the same people where they hate Ibrahim to the guts. If there's someone they get opportunity, they see me, they see me, they will do what they will try to do something, right? It might not succeed, but they will try to do something. So it's the same thing I'm going to say to SLP people to them. Now that SLP is in power, yes, APC did some of these things. When they do half of SLP, they take a break there. Within 2 years of SLP, the damage that has been caused, the lives that have been lost, the oppression, the suppression, the depression of the country, it's immeasurable, But what I would say, then we start to think about issues from a nationalistic point of view and say, always think about the reverse of whatever situation you find yourself in. Okay, this is happening now to this person. What about if it happened to me? How would I feel? What would be my reaction? So I think if we start to think that way, Sierra Leone will be a better place for. And that is why, even like when we already are at the country point, but we have people in protest there for George Floyd, when George Floyd died. But the fact of the matter remains, we think can happen. We see more white people than now at this point because it was so obvious to them saying, man, this should not happen. We see white people in Bokula treat the protest past the black people. When I say, a black man in Cuba or a white man die. Because that is the level of awareness. People realize, let us not be complicit with this thing, because your complacency with a silence means that you're okay with what is going on. And that is the same thing we're calling on SLP supporters. Because this is the thing, right? With what is going on right now, like I wouldn't have to so that 2020 APC, let's assume, right? Let's say the People's Liberation Movement, my platform, will not register as a political party, will not contest elections. we contest election, we win that election. But let's say APC win. I guarantee you, say there's going to be a revenge. There's going to be a revenge. Nothing is not going to stop that revenge for everything that has happened. What's in the go right now in the country is definitely, no matter how people try, people will take up for themselves. No matter how the leader try to appease the anger, people will take up that violence because now you're a neighbor when I say supporter, they terrorize the other people because you don't say they are apes. They are seeing this, they watch. Tell me, when election turns around, they're gonna go after you. You know, they left soul. I don't say people don't go forgive these things. So that is the problem. That is why we have to think critically about what we're doing right now, let's say, and say, you know what? If the table turns, what would be the case? And that is why, again, I'm pushing the movement. What we have is a movement. I'm not even going to call it a political party. It's a movement because political parties have tainted the playing field. So much to the point everybody feels say, you know, a political party that I belong. I am Papa Bide, I am Mama Bide, I am cousin all my day, one born and not I come also I support APC, I come the South, I support SLPP. That is the mentality. So we create a movement. It's a platform now. It is a movement saying, hey guys, enough of that. Let's come think as Sierra Leoneans now. Here we come for come over the country program. Let's talk about the issues. We're not get 24 electricity now, but we're not get clean drinking water. 95% of the water that's in the feces. It's filth. It's that. When you come in the diaspora, we salon, drink that salon water, we sick because the system all the bacteria, the germs, and all everything into it. Look, we get the highest infant mortality rate. Beginning to die in the country because we don't get proper medical services. Highest maternal mortality rate. The women they die at a very high rate in the country because we don't get proper health care to make provisions for these women there. So women they go born and that postpartum, then they kill them, then blink people die because we don't get bloodline. Those are the things we look at and say we have to fix it. Enough is enough. The justice system, the arbitrary arrest, everybody get right to be represented. Nobody never come out, no police never come out order from above. On the People's Liberation Movement platform, orders from above, don't go arrest anybody and try violating constitutional rights. And Sierra Leone, we motto, I want to remind everybody, the motto of the Constitution. What thing Sierra Leone motto say? Now freedom, unity, and justice. Those are the three pillars upon which we country stand. Freedom. If we simply analyze the freedom today, where's freedom? It's somewhere, we have to go find it. Where's the unity? There's no unity, the country is destroyed. On what no day? There's so much hate that is breeding because of the way the president they handle issues. You don't communicate to the citizens. You know, it feel like you don't owe them anything. You don't owe them an explanation. You see the president when they keep people in the market, the next day they work, they go on an ATV, altering vehicle, they celebrate like they were celebrating the death of citizens, unarmed, innocent citizens there. When they violate the human rights, they violate the constitutional rights, they violate the Geneva Convention rights, they violate all the rights. Absolutely. This is what we have. Where's the justice? There's no justice for people.
Great.
They arrest people and that is like, you know, so this is that
you know what's in? Yes. I want to know we play for the audience because you bring critical points where we are in a state of an emergency. In the example of the McKinney saga where many lives lost because one life is too many. So you make that for the one that will not be see that live there. Now we play for them. Then they know say what you they talk, not to just something out there, but rather the facts. Will they come right back, audience? And I thank you.
Okay. Now me on turn or drive. See, when I watch my passenger, but they can't careful. Yeah, let's see where this passenger they trust me. Eh? You get mine? You get mine? For let me drive you. I cannot.
My soul ready for today. So now they put aside a jalo the film.
Audience, and I welcome back, and I thank you for your patience. I want to make sure say then I know say waiting Mr. Fofana been they say and not be the make up a story, but rather something will happen in the time where many will consider the country national emergency or a national issue having to do with Sierra Leoneans then where they've been killed. Now the McKinney saga. I want to know you come back, sir. How did that make you feel as a Sierra Leonean when you see, say, the individual then wouldn't they consider as the gentleman or the first lady? Let's say if even the man forgets, but the mommy we go be saying a kumbaga, we go say no, today no go right though, because this year so people picking they don't die. As many goes look how you take that entirety, there, sir? Come again.
You know, within the first lady showed me. It's complete lethargy, you know, very lethargic in the way she handled the people of Sierra Leone. You see, it's like let me say there has to be some civic education at Sierra Leone. People that know exactly what the rights of people are. But again, don't let this civic education. Let's just talk about as a human being, being empathetic, you know, get solidarity, you know, get sympathy for people. Even where somebody not humble to you. This same first lady this week come out on our Facebook, they talk about George Floyd, Black Lives Matter. But now we see how Sierra Leoneans, because they are from the north, and the north is considered the opposition to the government in power. And these people forget that we live in a democratic society. Even though the president is will become an autocrat or totalitarian, you know, authoritarian, we're not going to work. You're not possible in this 21st century anymore. Because everything that is happening is being documented. But we see that the first lady just handle the whole thing with so much callousness and carelessness. No sorry, no empathy. Because of course, what's going to happen? Anything happen at Freetown today, Sierra Leone today, it is Gambia. And the first spot of entry that they from they go to Gambia. But these people they forget saying they will live the rest of their lives looking over their shoulders everywhere they go. Is that the life you guys want to live? And President Dewey and First Lady, this is what's going to happen. For the rest of your lifetime, you will not be free because the lives that are getting will be lost right now. Those people have families, they have friends, they have people across the globe, across the country. They have Sierra Leoneans that will sympathize us. We will sympathize with them. And nobody else having a McKinney with that. But they are Sierra Leoneans. And losing one Sierra Leonean should matter to everybody. So I believe it's a disappointment. And everybody as Sierra Leoneans across the globe, even SLPP supporters, I want you guys to take a moment and reflect on this. Don't reverse this in a former president, Alex Bai Kuruma, in West, Mr. Kuruma. That they will have the CISO after they go kill people in a boat. They kill people young people in a boat for generator, which cost less than $100,000. When you can bring generator back, we never bring life back. Think about that. So that they behave that way. So the day after when they go kill people in a boat, President Kuruma authorized military the way they say they just some of these guys that come and just they need a uniform. They go in a boat, they go kill people in a boat. The next day, when I see President Kuruma in the West, see them on top of an ATV. What they call all-terrain vehicle, fun, lollygagging, laughing, loud, giggling, with absolute disregard for what's happening in the country. Tell me what you like for so. I believe saying my SLPP for protest, salute for almost standstill right now. But I guess the rest of the country, people from the north, the western area, everybody is kind of like, we want peace and we country, we kind of docile. And this is what I'm going to say this year, I'm going to break out to that. Because me, when they're ready for APC now, I lead my own protest in America. And we go get the permit, safe from the State Department. We will lead the protest at Congress. I was there in the forefront. I'm not going to call for a protest if I don't did it. But I'll tell you this, forget all the changes so we see. Just like how the first lady fought for George Floyd. We're going to Facebook, he fought for George Floyd. We don't stop one day. Can't put what's for America issue. Where America has institutions that is going to defend George Floyd. George Floyd in family, in Pikine, in where they are set for life because they get to file a couple of lawsuits and they get to make billions of dollars. Yes, they will never bring George Floyd back. But they will have a recourse. They will get a payment back for the Andy. They will get financial benefits from the death of George Floyd. Is that what we're looking for? No.
Excellent.
The first thing, this is the problem. When you come out for a vote for George Floyd death, Australians are dying for when they kill the company back, when they kill the Losa, they kill people at Tombo. They go to Panama Road prisons. They killed, executed, massacred prisoners there. They go down at McKinney, execute and murder innocent, unarmed, non-combatants. That is very crucial because we'll go to the International Criminal Court. Those are the key points where people get to understand. Non-combatants, unarmed citizens then, exercising their democratic and constitutional rights. they go and trample upon them. The president, they punish, protest, and nobody know for punish protest. Protest is what the constitution guarantees. And so, First Lady, when you were out there lollygagging, I want to let you know, say, people saw that, and people know exactly the kind of person you be. Yes, you get a small cultic following now, where they protect you. Then they go on Facebook, then they go comment on the they are lawless, then they call you leaders, they're lawless when they exercise the constitutional rights. I want you to remember, SLPP, I must protest, they will not protest. When former President Kouba with the kind of United Nations there, when they get out, they can protest. They say protest is sweet overseas, but not sweet in Salon. No, wait, kind of Salon. Wait, you mention protest and say, look at it inside, they're inside. But these are the same guys where they overseas, they exercise their freedoms where the Constitution grants them. Sierra Leone Constitution, 1981, Section 26, subsection 1, clearly states that you get protection to freedom of assembly and association. Protection to freedoms of assembly and association, where you can gather, you can protest. Nobody will protect that right away from you. People protested. First Lady, your husband give the authority. Because let us remember, key points. President Julius Maravio is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. Not soldier man, not execute and use a weapon for discharger. We're not getting command from the president. Who does the command come from? The president. The brigade commander, they take command from the joint chief of staffs. The joint chief of staffs, they tell the president and inform him, say, this is what is happening. Is it okay for us to use our weapon? And then they give the final command. So every death, every life, we don't die in Sierra Leone today, and President Biyo any day. And when I get to go answer the International Criminal Court, that is special courts across the world, Geneva Convention courts, the special courts, any side all over this world, we're going to pursue this. And that is what you guys need to understand, that none of these actions are going to be, go scot-free. You guys are not going to go scot-free. From every minister, from take to that photo supporter, where they perpetrate terror. Now make me, under the People's Liberation Movement, in 2023, if we decide to participate in the elections, this is what we're going to do. We're going to set up a tribunal, because the guy said, APC kind of power, they can forbid to give them revenge politics all the way through. If the People's Liberation Movement come in, what we're going to do is bridge that divide, and we're going to set up a tribunal. What will happen at Salon should never repeat itself again, forever in Sierra Leone. When no one president or no one first lady will get this kind of authority and power that we country. We'll make sure say everybody come to a tribunal and you will be prosecuted for every crime that you participated in. What were you doing? What was the role that you played? Did you speak about it? Every minister that is the current administration, you're part and parcel to the state. You're aiding and abetting the execution and murder of innocent Sierra Leoneans. And when the time comes, you shall, have your day. First Lady, this is what I'm going to say to you. You get picking them, you get family members them, and think about them. They get life, just like the people that get life that McKinney we lost in today. They get mama them, like cobra them, and they bleed today, and they go through pain. Remember, rain not the father of woman the what. First Lady Fatima Bio, rain not the father of woman the what. Where the father of the what.
Well stated, well stated. Start speaking from a patriotic point of view. When I take me time for critically analyze some of the things that we just share, where I believe we share the same ideology in regards to the Mrs. Biyo on this platform. You get to the one them way now the diehard sycophant or libele party supporters them we go come against you and I for say, oh, it belongs to this, it belongs to that. One thing I can always say is that if even somebody, like here in America, you get Republican, you get Democrats. They go see, then they go attack somebody, now CNN say, or then go ask and say, whose political party where you belong. It become irrelevant because we constitution don't set that forth say. Now we right as a citizen, if we choose to belong to any political party, it's not a crime. But let's not address the individual, but rather the issue. You understand? And when you find yourself in a sensitive position, you were not elected, but by default, you don't come in relation with this man. You don't know in political agenda. You don't know, say, obviously, there's a possibility, say, go become a president at some point in life. Okay, it don't land now as a president. You get the right for say, I no longer want to stay in this. I will divorce you. But if you decide for stay there with the fame, the fortune, then comes the price tag. The price tag, now the expectation of Sierra Leoneans. We want now you be the mommy, not only in that power, but the mommy will get sorry at where they look beyond party lines, beyond marginalization, sectionalism, you name it. And you go use your word in a very peaceful manner. We're not going to divide we as a nation. We don't hear where it don't say Sierra Leoneans who not belong to the Sierra Leone People's Party are not real Sierra Leoneans. We don't hear that. And in the case of, I present to the audience and away I go play them back, many Sierra Leoneans are left feeling depressed because they look and say the people on the north, then when they go out there, or even in Freetown, if they want to exercise the rights, they will stop them. In the case of Kailan, where the youths then say, we not agree for this lockdown, we not agree. And I commend the man and woman in uniform. They not shoot anybody, they not kill anybody. But then why is it that they happen at the north is the question where Sierra Leoneans they want to know. And before I let Mr. Lawrence come in, I want to play that again for the audience. Them they not say Khadija just they talk, but rather now we get the authentic evidence, and then we'll come back. We'll bring Mr. Lawrence and then Mr. Fofana in. I thank you.
The people of Kailan. The people of this country, these are the Kailan roundabout currently, as waiting to go on also. The ONS where we get at this town, and the council chairman, they want for force curfew on people. They want for force curfew on people. They connive with the soldier, the militaries, and for let them down, let them force people and then go down. You get me? So this is the ground currently, as you can see. Yeah, you get a youth man where you get a youth man. Currently, if the authorities are intervening, as you can see, as you can see, it's on the rapid. As you can see, this, if the authorities don't come in for letting them come and cool down the situation, yeah. But concurrently now, the council chairman where they are, and the ONS that they don't.
So audience, welcome back. As you saying, I don't sit down there. Mr. Lawrence, forgive me today, and also we'll bring you in late. Come back in, sir. Kindly introduce yourself to the viewers, and then yourself can land to your contribution to the topic before we go to the next. Welcome, sir. Think so your volume, they fail you. So sorry for the delay, sir.
You know, once Mr. Lawrence is coming in.
Oh wow, you get a lot of background noise. Check your device. It's a lot of noise in the back. Okay, go ahead, Miss. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes, I would hear you. Sorry, Mr. Fofana. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Mr. Fofana, you want to talk to?
No. Go ahead, quick.
If you let me.
Delegate 5 seconds later.
5 seconds. It don't I believe say will take past 5 seconds.
My brother right there.
Okay, so when I carry on.
Okay, but yeah, what I was going to say though, you know, it's the impartiality with how they treat people from the south versus how they treat people from the north. And waiting, I want to make very important by this, and I want to warn and caution people from the south, because I want, just like I was saying about what happened with George Floyd, when you see more white people in Tennessee come protest, past the black people as if we're offended by the whole thing. So anyway, people from the south, because what is happening there? What people when they see from the McKinney and all of that, then they see how say this government is well come on at the south, then maybe they have better pass view. Okay, so what did they automatically lead to? It's about tribalism. They say, okay, well, because they are mandate, they take care of the better pass, but we are tyranny. So we are enemy to them. This state here. So what's going to bring that tribalism? But I want to warn people from the north and both from the south. Say, well, listen attentively, because this is the point, right? Now, President Bio, Consumer Bio, and all the ministers, if Allah foreigners salon today, and they put people away, all the people, and I get for left, and I will suffer. So we will not allow that hate where the social for come between. That is why I say the best way for settle this, like tribunal and that country today. When I see what happened in Rwanda, tribal war is the baddest and the most terrible war any country can get. It's not coming back out of that. Even if they come out of they can get one and take it. But it's just that's a memory we will not left by anybody in mind. We already don't get a 10-year rebel war, which was brutal, people lost their lives. So I want to say to be patient and understand. Say, in as much as people from the north exercise your democratic right to protest and stand up, but that hate, don't always get time from people from the south say, okay, because then I'm ready to take care of them. You have a lot of good many people here, some of them are speaking out about this, the injustices, and they talk about them. I just want to let everybody exercise that. Let me think about that for a moment, then we're not just going through it. So people mean say, we're not for stand for the right, because you get a right to self-defense, to protect yourself under the Constitution. It guarantees you self-defense. You have to protect yourself. But that no mean say, you know, go for think tribal. Even though we see this person is pushing with this, the tribal thing, the tribal sentiment, it is right there. Oh, many of them better capacity with people, and we don't say that not true. We all know intermarried. Salon is a beautiful country. We all don't come together, and we want a better salon. We get a better desire of us. I want you to remember that this will happen. So it's just a matter of time. It shall heal itself. President Joe will be brought to justice, and they will answer for every crime, every life that has been lost in Sierra Leone. And no matter how they get pin blame on people, they go arrest people unnecessarily for 10 scapegoats. To say that the international community see and say they go after people when they left the one who perpetrates the crime against people of McKinney, they kill the security guards them, the presidential guards them, we go and kill that Panama prisons. The guys that wear uniform, we go kill them McKinney. All of those people and therefore be brought to justice at some point. It's only a matter of time. We're patient. Let us get back. But again, that don't mean you're not for exercising our constitutional rights. You know, some people are not be patient. You know, something definitely will happen. I say when people rise up, it is organic. Not to tell anybody to post that one day it will happen. You know we'll say again, yeah? And as we see that in Mali, and as we see that across the world, people can stand up. And when that time comes, it comes.
Well stated. Before I bring Mr. Lawrence, one thing we are going to continue for encourage fellow Sierra Leoneans. We have never been divided. We don't know it in a tribe. We don't know it in a religion, Christian, Muslim. We have always been religious tolerance. We cannot allow any politician for divide we as a nation. And in the south, we get the ability and get the flexibility for able to come in and get a peaceful demonstration and for stand one day and say, with a cry for we sister and brothers them from the north, because ina go able to do that without ina not get killed. I want to put that into consideration. And I always stay as a law-abiding citizen, but ina go put an end to this madness because ina go be safe. While now, if the north or the one then in the city then dare to do that, unfortunately, we don't see the things the way they happen. May God bring peace in our country. Mr. Long is coming, sir.
No.
Yeah.
Hello, well.
Yes,
well said. Khadija, like, I commend you. You are a heroine. You're not a heroine. You're a heroine. I feel bad way until I make goodness for you. Yeah? And you tolerate up for all that with Surata and Jumbo Jabala, I will be shroppish, because I listen to the thing the way they cost money because you see how Ibrahim different. Ibrahim supported a political party with different. That's how it's a but then you see the light and say, no, Salon they go, and I trust me know Ibrahim say, chat says you know my brother. You know me very well. From Madumu town. Ask her, you know me very well. You know me. You see what I mean? Laugh. You know me very well. These are the people we have a like mind. That's how we think. We're not support person blindly. That's what we do. No. How I feel for pity you? How I feel for make goodness? I like people in their way. They just blind them. You see them now. They want to win a hypocrisy. Then they waiting. And they pan. First, immediate APC. So if APC fail, like don't go to SLP. So if you not been deputy minister for APC and they put on to Atila Yei, I'm putting it to him. They already support him. I made them know say the guy is useless. Because if you tell you, I make a tell and say useless. You see how you liberal you are? See how liberal? See how understanding you are? You see how Ibrahim is mature? See how Ibrahim not cost you? And I'm going to debate long and listen to everything. And then I party, I go in and out. Ibrahim, he explained to you, when to make her do this, when to make her do that. But never again, no call Atila, you're not responsible.
Thank you so much, and God bless you, sir. And I receive everything what you say with humility, and I try my best because the reason being, when I've been there critically analyze Mrs. Fatima Bio, we happen to be with First Lady, a call in, a engage me, a patient for them engage me in 30 minutes. Because I look and say the platform is made by us, for us, and every Sierra Leonean is welcome for bring their own point of view without we know cost we serve or fitia we serve or attack we serve verbally. So Okay, from there now, it said it want join the conversation. From then, it joined the conversation as well. It look and say there was too many people that would disagree with him, so it feel like for say it been left out. I say okay, fine. I will give you another opportunity for now you able to express yourself by yourself, which I did. Again, it still not go well because there's certain things like I say today. We not only commend the one the way they use their voice for bring we together as a nation, but we they also critically analyze people like the individual where you just mentioned where they use their voice for divide we as a nation. If even you want something, there's better ways for doing where you not go jeopardize the lives of Sierra Leoneans. In the case of so many way I can put as
where's that coach now? Where's that coach? Yeah, I'll tell you something.
Yeah.
You see, Brian? William is a true patriot of Sierra Leone, the true patriot.
Absolutely.
Say talk.
Absolutely.
He spoke over. You saw 1 minute and left on the talk.
Yes.
You can't come back and left on the talk.
Yes.
Jam. So they tell you a true patriot. You don't see who that KKY. KKY is not the patriot of Sierra Leone. They begin cipher among decimals. So they begin choose the order than B.
Yeah.
Does that mean
Yes. Yeah.
No need to explain yourself.
Yeah, no. I just want land. Yeah.
No, excuse
yes,
me.
1
Then
second.
I'm turned down to talk.
Yeah, no,
not
land first because you just.
No, I don't agree. I just told me something. Because now that you call me for cancer, you shall not care. You know that not care? Because I warn you back to not allow for cancer because you know the essence. You see my way not cheat it, man.
Yeah.
You see me? You try to talk.
Absolutely. No, not at all.
Like get issues. Like you get issues. That's the difference between issues.
Yes.
Like, I don't make Attila an issue for me. Attila is a useless human being. When they use in disadvantage, that is in disability as a disadvantage, but as an advantage against others. And I want to say that, but I will say that.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
So,
Yes.
So, but you delay with that for the next one. So, anyway, audience, then when we get the opportunity for watch that day. So, Mr. Attila called me again. He say once a third opportunity, which I did, and I believe when would they say critical. The critical show. Now for now we critically analyze and then we challenge. I can always say everybody get right for challenge. We guess them as well as me as the presenter, as long as it is done in a peaceful manner. So if there's a lot of audio of Mr. Attila where they surface various social media platform where it also help with the instability with the country, I look and say I find and deem necessary for them a question what's in the intention behind this audio. So if you don't get the platform, you can even make a negative into positive, but not all for say it give the impression like for say they attack them. No, it's not the point. They ask challenging question into APC, SLPP, and first of all, I do not look at any Sierra Leonean based on their political party lines. I call you, I invite you. If you come in, there's so many political party who don't come. Mr. Jesmet Suma na NGC, Mr. IB was once NGC now the Mr. Liberation. You understand? And so many, and the list goes on. So I don't want to come and stress myself, say, oh, now I can look first by if this now SLPP or APC before I bring and come. I believe say this platform now for now we come, we give sincere and honest yes, sincere and honest.
You're a decent person.
Well, I'm humble. Thank you.
And it comes through, and I want you to be rest assured, you don't even have to explain yourself to people because people see that and they know. So don't waste your time with all of that. You're gonna have people like the Attilas and all these other folks. This is what I'll tell you. Over the years since I've been doing what I've been doing, one thing I don't even pay attention to certain people because when you're focused, this is like give the analogy, right?
Yeah.
You're away going somewhere and you get dumped with it back behind you, all in dumped. You know that Lawrence, no, so I'm not talking dumped and you know the both side you want to go. If you pay attention, say the top for stone, all them dumped already there, but let them to your appointment.
Absolutely.
You're spending too much time, Fatima, thinking about people.
Yes. No, well, I just want to let all man feel belong. Let all man feel say, okay, SLPP, C4C, NGC, APC, we can come and kind of like discuss issue them where they affect we country, you understand? But not spend the energy for be so defensive, for say, okay, if Khadija asks you critical question, like the question why I asked you first, people are concerned why you left. And people like me, I was one of the sympathizer for you because I feel the pain, if even you're not Sam, but certain things the way you say, it's like, wow, I don't kill myself for this person, or I don't need a million, I just need a phone call away to say thank you. And I also understand, say, concern they inside the party, or for chairman or chairman, wait for me now, come, we go sit down, we talk. So that I feel very bad because I don't see how you put your line for that individual day. So with that said, come back in, sir. No.
So this is how I look at it. Like when I opened up initially, I told you, I said, hey, today, APC people, they hate me. Today, they appreciate me. And tomorrow back, that's why SLPP people now, they hate me when they do my advocacy. Yes. Speaking about Sierra Leoneans defending the people, and they elect me back tomorrow. Yes. Then that is my place in society. That is where I see myself. Like I said again, it's the People's Liberation Movement. It's a platform for education, liberation, education, civic education. That is what we do. And then we teach people the constitutional rights. I can come and get sessions then. Talk about the Constitution. Let people understand, say, this is what your rights are. And until Sierra Leoneans are educated, they'll say, these are right. And you therefore use your right, because if you don't use your right, you're going to lose your right. And that is what is happening currently in Sierra Leone. People are not using their rights, therefore they are losing their rights. From the previous administration, people have been free for protest. And that is what has translated into the SLPP now. People are still free for protest because protections is not guaranteed there. And the Constitution actually, at the end of the day, is going to win. Right now, it's like this government is winning, but they're not going to win. It's only going to last for so long. But eventually, the people shall win because the power belongs to the people. And when the people say it's about time, the people will definitely win. That is what I'm going to say about that part. But again, don't worry about people. Don't worry about what people have to say about you. I don't live my life like that. I don't even get time for that nonsense.
Absolutely. Well stated.
When we wake in the morning, you are put them out there. That's it. It is the message. When you lie, you don't want you to talk.
Yes.
Go around the place. But when you're focused, you're on the truth, on the side of the truth, you get the audience, you get the people, their attention. And that is what really matters. People like Attila and all of that, I don't discuss them. Attila, to me, I don't call her once. One time I put her audio at a question and say, hey, stop for the call people and name them. Hey, this person there. Like just like the other day, say there's a member of parliament when Adebayo insisted about something.
That was critical. Stuff.
Hey, it's the Sierra Leone that we're going to live in. We have some people come on power. They go for the points people. Hey, that person there, every day there. Is that what we're looking at? I make again and say from your platform, I decide to contest the election of the People's Liberation Movement. We're going to set up a tribunal where they make sure we bring all these people because that is the only way we go in for bridge and mend the tribal sentiments where they build up right now. It's like a volcano waiting to explode. That happens in our country. And that is why we get forget an independent, isolated movement from these political parties. When for created dividing. But people therefore be held accountable for their actions now.
Absolutely.
So before President Bill, take down to the supporter, they'll be prosecuted.
Absolutely. So before we go to the next, I want to know we watch something before we go through this emergency with McKinney. We will get another critical event and waiting I will consider as unfortunate will be happen when at the Pademba Road where some go say a massacre, some they say a breakthrough. So I want the audience they watch them, then we come back and then you give your take on that unfortunate incident.
Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening. It depends on which part you find yourself in the world. My name is Madam Fatmata Sawane, the City National Women's Leader of SLPP. Normally, everybody know me for one thing in Sierra Leone. I hardly focus on social media and say anything because as a leader, whatever you say is a policy statement. But there are times you have to take the bull by the horn. So if I get for hurt anybody by waiting, I get for say. Do you at the beg? I want for apologize before I say what I get for say. If I hurt anybody, I'm sorry. If I not hurt you again, that is fine. But if I hurt you, I'm sorry. This is not politics, and I'm a leader, and I don't lead the Sierra Leone. I lead just the SLPP. And as a leader, if I lead just the SLPP, when things happen, I get for defend the SLPP first. Because if they're wrong, I get rights for tell them say they're wrong. But on this one, they were right. I get rights for defend them. First of all, before this thing happened yesterday in Pademba Road, we don't get audio then for the past 2-3 months. APC go train Marshall, then do this, then do that. They send on social media, then threaten with me, Lima. David Senge, Ben Kalfala. Before we picture them, then send and say them go for kill we, all kind of things, then threaten we. After that, they go attack my house physically. After that, I was also attacked, but me security way be there at the gates, not give them chance of kind out me, but them because me always they stay with SLPP people them. So a lot happened, a lot of water passed under the bridge with the get them threatened and everything. Then until we say then they can't attack them do them. So this just don't tell we say waiting APC they say and waiting and they do not waiting. And all your waiting see be blind and other women of the APC they talk. SLPP get women, we get guts, we get mind than them women and they but we just want peace for rain. I they beg the APC in the name of God for the sake of Mama Salome, for the sake of Sierra Leone, let peace reign. Una allow we, una get una 11 years, we allow una for rule. Una allow we for rule. If una say una they make Salome governable for we know they make Salome governable for anybody because we are leaders. But they make Salome for una. A talk bangbana una must them. Una the leaders na APC because they begin hunt with one leader to another with the face with face to face. And I want to say yesterday na Pademba Road, I'm amazed. And I am happy and excited to say I'm a national women's leader of the SLPP because everybody saw our response. Me reached Pademba Road 3 o'clock in the morning. The CDS arrived around 3 to 4 in the morning. Then before I begin to see other people in the car, the Lima reached there as early as 5:30 going to 6. That was good. Where we all reached there, we all see we response. And later, as we organized in Secretary Self-Camp around 8 or 9 in the morning, Batilo, which was very good. I want to tell una say we're not afraid una want peace for rain. Because we sabi govern Sierra Leone and we mean well for Sierra Leoneans than una. We not they sell the country and we not they come for make money for pockets. Rather, we they come for work for the people of Sierra Leone. If they're not seeing this moment, then go see her with the time. Just like we Pakababi making us it and other institutions the way bill up. Later, all man begin seeing handwork. And unless you come, not on you why you count now then you continue. APC una stop. A word for a wise is quite sufficient. If you try us, we'll try you. President Bio, you are a president for all. We are just leaders in the SLPP. And I want to say to you, you get people who qualify, we more than qualify for make.
And I welcome back. So I know say many of you now don't listen to that audio day from the leader of the Sierra Leone People's Party Women's Wing, Mr. Fofana come back in. What's in your take on the entirety having to do with this Pademba Road saga?
You know, that lady implicated herself so much. And again, these are the people we definitely get to be a part of this tribunal when the time is right. What do you do at Pademba Road? Any normal human being, what do you do at Pademba Road prison 3 o'clock in the morning? I get rights for defending. What is this lady doing at Pademba Road at 3 a.m. in the morning? What is your role? What is your responsibility? Are you the Minister of Internal Affairs? Are you the Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs? You are the leader of the like the SLP Women's Group, right? So that in itself, so she actually just implicated herself so deeply into that nonsense. And whatever they were cooking at Pademba, you know, we know say they went there to cook that up that early in the morning. The riot, so we all begin seeing that later in the day, about 8 o'clock in the morning or so, and this and that, they tell and send presidential guy where they go execute and kill people. And we also hear a lot of stories there where we say how Lion and Slimba they go and arrange with people like Paulo Ponte and all the political detainees them. Then they a certain section of the prison so that when they will come, let nobody not do anything at that side. We are the same place that people for good day and team up so many presidential guys they come for fire and kill them or execute them. We've heard a lot of things, right? So everything right now is allegedly, right? So we're not going to defend, I'm not going to stand on none of that. But the facts shall come where people get the freedom to express themselves at the right time. There's a lot of good people who work at Pademba prisons who are not saying they're ready, they will get to talk about that issue. But no life should have been lost. We should have police force them waiting to handle riots. Riots, they happen across the globe, they happen across the world, they happen in America, they happen in England. Prisoners don't get live ammunition, they don't get gone. Whatever the case should be, that tear gas they go fire it and subdue them. That's it. They get riots, police them where they go and subdue them. Nobody not lost their life. Presidential guard, where they guard the president, has no business at Pademba Road. This is what we call jurisdiction. So when they happen, who again did the command? Of course, it's the President Julius Maada Bio. That is the bottom line of this whole thing. Gave the command for his presidential guards to go to Pademba Road prisons and execute, murder, and massacre citizens of Sierra Leone. And nobody enough to deprive their life just because they are prisoners. That means say they should deprive them of their life. No, they should not have. And up to this point, we don't even know how many people died at Pademba Road. The count keeps going up. People say that 60, so people say each up to 100. We don't know. But the time shall come, the facts shall come out. You know, say good people in the Pademba prisons, we get the facts, we get the information, and then go pull up. So these people,
Well
they all go pay for this.
Well stated, sir. So there was another critical thing where they in question too, where you be analyzed by one of your video, which I will also engage the audience them for like at least few minutes for them recollect what how they refer to. There was a young man in question, so they can't play him, then they come right back.
You know, guys, I want to share this face, you know, with the world, especially for Amnesty International, you know, all human rights organizations. So let me show you guys this.
Anybody don't touch you, nobody don't do anything. Nobody don't knock me, sir. Nobody not talk to me, any rough word, sir. Well, you don't really think so. All what he talk now, all the public, the whole world don't hear it, all what he talk so. You don't think say he bad for
all right. So now that you guys have seen this face, let me give you, you know, the backdrop to what is going on with this young man. This young man is a prisoner in Sierra Leone. He's what they call condemned, meaning he's on death row. And we all know that this current administration, it is subject to investigations that is currently going on with the SLPP Sierra Leone government. The president of Sierra Leone is Julius Maada Bio. Of course, we know that with everything going on, amidst all this violence and chaos in the country, he has not addressed none of these issues. But this young man that you're seeing was, of course, he's a prisoner, so he was in the prisons. Pademba Road prisons, which is one of the biggest prisons in Sierra Leone, which is the main prison in Sierra Leone. He's an inmate there. So he gave an account of what happened, what transpired the morning of the 29th of April. And after he gave a true account of what actually happened, the botched attempt at what people are actually now calling, because of all the information that is coming out, which of course again is subject to investigation, but it's beginning to seem like the government in power, the SLPP government, the Sierra Leone government, were the ones who actually concocted and planned this failed and botched prison massacre that happened, because allegedly the government said 14 people died, but it's like, I think so far people are saying it's almost maybe over 40 people or 40 prisoners, including a prison officer that actually died. You know, so as pathetic as the whole thing is, of course we've heard about other death, you know, retribution death that we've heard of, other inmates that were present and know a little bit more about the situation. Some of these guys were attacked, butchered. You know, the human rights conditions in Sierra Leone right now is terrible. I can tell you guys as of right now, as I'm speaking to you, you know, people are losing their lives indiscriminately. The government has employed vigilante-style government now. You know, people, supporters of this government have taken upon themselves, and it's vigilante style. You know, they're just going after people. You know, you say the slightest thing that is, you know, not in their favor or not what they want to hear, they're going to kill you. So like I said, I showed you guys this face of this inmate, because we don't want him to come up dead just like that. You know, even though we know he's on death row. But he's been coerced. He gave the first message that he gave when he was interviewed. He told the truth about what happened. And then the security guards, the prisoner officers, you know, they went back and interviewed him for the second time for him to retract his statements. So basically, this guy has been psychologically tortured. He's been coerced into lying because he already spoke the truth about what he saw. You know, the account of, you know, I'm going to tag this video, you know, underneath this post anyway, so you guys will be able to see this video. I'm going to post it along with this one. But that is what is happening. So, you know, it's.
And I welcome back. So for now, I go able to get an idea of waiting will be they refer to. So I want to come back again and ask Mr. Fofana, waiting you mean they try for basically expressed to Sierra Leoneans or beyond the Sierra Leone community having to do with the Pademba Road saga. Come back in, sir.
Absolutely. And, you know, just hearing that young man again, because I haven't, you know, paid attention. I don't normally go back and see my videos, and just listening to that young man's voice again, you know, we hope to this young man to be alive. We know say he's condemned, as he said in the video, condemned meaning say he's on death row.
Yes.
So, but we are hoping that this guy is alive. I hope we hope this government not taking life yet. And we hope this man will therefore live or see the day where we'll be able to forget him for let talk again and tell you exactly what happened. We already coerce we tell let talk the truth and what it was. We're hoping for that day. But it was a disgrace to the staff of the Pademba Road prisons. And it is a disgrace to the institution itself. And everybody with a wear uniform when they work at that prison day, especially those officers though, where who coerce and make that guy they give another false account. They were so stupid in doing that anyways, because it's a level of stupidity that it's hard to fathom how you think with somebody, somebody already give an account of the situation, and don't tell me the facts of what actually happened. And then when I come back, when I go and coerce where everybody they see saying that the type of changing story trying to reflect on your own narrative. It's so obvious, it's so stupid. But again, these officers, they might not say it's a lot of pressure from this government. But let them do what they do and go back and say, let me do another video on this young man. So he will tell you exactly what the fact of what he thinks are the facts. When say the first story held its grounds. And I think with the same only video there for the time, because everybody will go for answer to that call. When actual video they will be set up for all of these people accountable for what happened at Pademba prison. That's a particular day.
Thank you, sir. We did get a call. Salon for All, Voice for All Network Television. Kindly identify yourself, please. Who side you call from?
Hello, Mira Sheikh Sankoila from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada.
Yeah, welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. Thank you for the patience.
Yeah, so I just want to say thank you for you, the moderator, actually for the give people them platform like this for the express their own concern and view about routine the Guna Sierra Leone.
Yes, sir.
Yes. And I want to thank all the people that we did with you this evening.
Yes,
especially Ibrahim Fona. Me and a man where they watch the social media so much. Although me respond just be small than the way I dey watch, I've been see how the young man being pull a muscle for actually fight for democracy, because let me call that. And the time the APC be there in power, yeah, there are people that wouldn't the exchange, but nobody no go after them. If I remember in Mami Suma, Kutubu Kuruma, and one other Frubekai, we are the member, them people and have been strong people in the social media, although some of them with the other Sako, one Sako.
Where you be the refer to Alpha Saidu?
So some people are actually Alpha Saidu.
Okay.
Nobody no come after them like say for attack them physically or for find a way for say something we not fit to them. People then they criticize them, yes. So but after the election, right away bad things begin to happen. Some of we not the put ourselves in a party for say I look the political line at Sierra Leone based on APC and SLPP. And two stronghold, APC did a stronghold of the Northwest and the Southeast, the SLPP stronghold. We now everything that's known all over the world, all political parties get outside they get a stronghold. That's not a problem. For me, it became the watch politics. I can say this now this platform since the resignation of S.I. Kuruma and Seka Stephen and S.I. Kuruma. I see how Sierra Leone people them bias. Things them they find at Sierra Leone more than this way. But things they destroy because of the war. If I remember, maybe in the eastern part, we been get this Bata, we get this Comfort factory, we get Natco factory, we get Privy, we get tobacco company, a lot of company that they operate, where people then get jobs. But the war come and destroy all the things. So the unjust way I see to we Sierra Leone people, we get for accept a blame, we get for take a blame. For me, APC, SLPP, the name not get nothing to do. We need people them. Just a name. If good people in Canada, the APC good. If good people in Canada, SLPP good. If you look to the infrastructure of Sierra Leone today, let me come now to the present government, to the past government. I go to Sierra Leone 2012. I see how the work they go inside the city. Take a move, I go 2018. If this government become the follow suit, now so country they change. We get problem na Africa, not only Sierra Leone, but we Sierra Leone don't they come to worse today.
Yeah.
Let us come to Ibrahim Fona commander. As I say, he been strong na the NGC. But now na man, na a young man, he able flip in brain. He see, oh, I think something wrong. He able for change in your way. And Ibrahim, people have the way he start for talk. People they go after and like now cause this, now you know retaliate to nobody. Him and one Konok guy, they can publicly apologize to Anis Kuruma. He happy Thomas. The same thing Ibrahim do. We need people like young people here because therefore see the picture. You know what will happen. You know say this not true. Then you will know say this not lie. Mortal man will get the notion with the leg. You get the notion for leg. You get the notion for hate. But for talk through, you get for be strong for talk through to things that you like. Some of we the opposed totally them party they are with the cow, not the APC and SLPP. Now them be the worst. Because when the person come, I let you 3 or 4 parliamentarians will not go there for make a change for the people. You don't mean say they go sell yourself. But anytime a third party come, at the end of the day, then they become a puppet than the party they will be there. Then the other thing what people then for realize, where you they say these people make us follow this person. Look the footsteps of this person in family background. What in your because person, your leadership start from family. How you they take care of your family? How you they maintain your family? Then you go to the community. Now then you they begin for high market leader. Like what we now don't talk on today, you get for look the person a resume thoroughly. But the mistake was Sierra Leoneans they do. I pray to God let that mistake not ever happen. How a man will not work for 20-something years, you know, able to establish a business, you know, able to lead an organization. Like when a man gets ambition for rule a country, they start somewhere else. If they start, you go step by step. Like what you now they do so. Now a sign of the ambition of leadership. So if you go slowly, you know how things work till you go to the bigger place. Trust me, Africa is difficult for, especially Sierra Leone, but they able make a different like former President Kuruma. Because when you be a leader in Sierra Leone, you face a heavy challenge from even your own political party. People are being corrupt, people are doing so wrong. But if you get the know-how how to rule, now that Anis Kuruma show na Sierra Leone and up to date, it showed leadership. So I want for tell una thank you. Me want for comment Ibrahim. I been feel because maybe know what they be they talk, maybe know more than, but himself when he can inside, he able to know to all the people who have been there na NGC or SLPP in able make able change in brain quick. You know what thing they happen today. The same people that would have been there yesterday, would have the opposite the APC and follow up everything. Then they go after them. But the thing is, what and my you get for your brain get for work very well. Not to the big education. If we they look today, we disappoint on the education, the elites them na Sierra Leone. People that will get big degrees, people that will live na the diaspora.
Yeah.
You don't go all a position na your country. Why you know it will show a little bit of leadership na that position dey. I see you see Cabinet Kalon of all from America. Why you know they take what you get for before you they think about something else? They don't elect you for 5 years.
Yeah. Thank you so
Try
much.
for you to been on the 5 years for the people, the mandate, the 5-year mandate for the people and you. That's they build you up for the second time. Now you the first for the second time will not reach it. Doing people, bulldozing people, feel say this 21st century, you're able to muscle people them. Me believe what then they do. Me not believe people them for go against the law. But me believe say if the pressure rate at the level things get for ignite as Sierra Leone, where would they pray law not reach the and me they talk to everybody will get sabab. Let them people they are not go free. If they win at the battle, let them not win na they not go free.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yes. I don't want anybody who cause this for because now show you for set example for another government like what Ibrahim they talk through. Then things they happen. Tomorrow a change of government be. Which magical that leader they play, who they play, they don't marginalize people, them, family, destroy them. Who you go able to control them quick. For say bad thing they happen.
Thank you so much,
we
sir.
Pray people that's not be so. That's not my own contribution. We need people that will able be leaders. For all them party are what they form. At the end of the day, then they become puppets. Then become a money sucker, and the government and so full. Forgive them money. They left for work for the people. They bribe somebody for support. You like the wrong thing.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you again. Thank you for your time. And make I bring back Mr. Fofana in. Thank you for your patience. I think this is your weakness. I know for not like for interrupt, but now we try for minimize and to at least to 2 to 3 minutes lines. Come on in, sir.
Absolutely, I respect that. I respect that.
Yes.
It's always nice to allow people to.
Yes, for vents. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, so the first thing, thank you. What's the name of this caller?
Mr. Sankoyila. Yes.
So yeah, thank you. You know, again, me, everything I do is about Sierra Leone. You know, not about political party per se. Even when I was supporting NGC, it was not because of NGC, it was because of the individual. Yeah. And I can only tell people in this, if at the time Dr. Yunkela was even contesting with the SLPP, assuming say he had the flag bearer for SLPP, I would have supported him then. Even though I have nothing to do with SLPP as a party itself. Because it's not about the political party. Like you said, okay, you know, political parties is about the organization, it's about the structure, it's about the people within these parties. Yeah. The name of the political party is just an acronym, it's letter, right? Yes. It is the people that we're coming. Absolutely. And we also look at in countries like Tanzania, where they today Magufuli.
Forgive me, somebody they call for comments. Salon for All, Voice for All, Network Television. Kindly identify yourself, please. Sorry, Mr. Ofona, sorry.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. I think good morning from your end, eh? Also, you call from what's in your name?
Yeah, good morning. I call from the UK. This is not Councillor Abdulkarim Samura, popularly known as Councillor Container.
Okay, Councillor Container. In the area, man? In the area, Mr. Fona?
Yes, yes.
Okay, go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, I want for, first of all, say thank you to you for coming up with short kind of wonderful debate today.
Yes, sir.
I just feel I'm the way some of the time way you can come up with political discussion like this. If I let some of we don't serve as politicians, they part of the kind of discussions there.
And it will be, sir. I promise you.
I want to start with brother Ibrahim.
Yeah.
For tell Ibrahim, I want for first of all tell and thank you for the good job they do for educate the Sierra Leonean community on the programs them where they speak on behalf of the voiceless people them. And then at the same time, I want to tell Ibrahim, say Ibrahim owe the people of Sierra Leone an apology. The reason why he owe the people of Sierra Leone an apology, before we get confidence in anything Ibrahim get for tell we, for let some of women are patriotic Sierra Leone and when they look party, when they think party, consider for look at a movement at something we get for go benefit the people of Sierra Leone. It failed for do background check, but Kande Yomkela before ever he lift the ticket of NGC and Kande Yomkela during the 2012 elections. Kande was one of the people that will serve as Minister of Trade during the NPRC era. This Kande Now sell the one and only oil refinery where Sierra Leone been gets. Now can they negotiate that deal the way sell am? So short kind of people with short kind of bad records, Ibrahim for them first of all find out first for know who is this candidate. But today the problem we will get Sierra Leoneans they use overseas as transiting points for go be leaders in Sierra Leone. President Kaba na example. It calls bad about them na SLPNB, the commercial PNB, they go overseas, go work na United Nations and come now like a brand new politician who will not be to ever participate into any political activities. So therefore this time around, if Ibrahim, the movement where they talk about, so if Ibrahim want for actually liberate the people of Sierra Leone, I believe saying a civil society movement people don't set up instead of movement. Because all the movements away the non-form in Sierra Leone all fail the people because within a twinkle of an eye, the movement can end up for turn to a political party. So therefore, if you don't talk about NGC now, today they talk about movements. If you want for every people of Sierra Leone, let's set up a civil society organization that will not seek for the people. But movement, the result tomorrow will be political party. Then we go now to the discussion proper. The problem, Madam Khadija of Sierra Leone, not until today it begin, and until we rectify that mistake there. We go for immature independence. 1961, we go ask for independence where we not been get post-independence plans. Where the man they hand over you country where we request for them at the time we will not be prepared for request for them. We request for them from 1961 where we educated Egyptians go for that independence with a divided mind. Now that division then continue from that 1961 up to this moment. That division in Sierra Leone politics. And the same politicians then, if we take a look from people that will serve Samuel Timagai, the same people in cross, they serve Shaka Stephen. The same people that come Shaka Stephen, they roll to Momo. The same people to Momo, they roll MPRC. They roll from MPRC, then come to President Kaba. The same face they roll from President Kaba, then switch some of them, switch council and it's like Omar. The same face they now today, some of them back up and serve still under President Madabiu. Who's changed people fit is say, oh, we will forget for move Sierra Leone forward. When they are the same face and they go across, they go form new political party them. Now the same face and they sit on a round table, they put all kind of bad laws. Madam Khadija, if you country get for change, and they tell you, now the laws they will get for stand for, now the laws they will all get for speak up for. The constitution need amendment. The constitution need a lot of changes until they change certain clause now with constitution before the masses, the uneducated people, when are they always they die, when are they always will they use as political tool. Now Salon at the country you see the only time where you see say supporter go qualify without you know ask for qualification. Now where you can dance for with the politician them. Then they will not ask supporter them for qualification. As we win election, we supporter them can't to win now. Forget the job. Now they tell you they be asked which is your level of qualification.
I like that.
All of them think a political system we're well set. So until we get a fixed system, whereby we'll get for put policies that will change all of them thing and day. If we not do that one day, the masses will continue to suffer. A country with a very small population, even the 7 million, the sorriest partner Sierra Leone, Madam Khadija, me and you and a citizen, we don't know the difference between who done a citizen of Sierra Leone and who done not a citizen of Sierra Leone. We never get that differentiation because anybody can step in as a loan today, tomorrow morning get national ID card. We never for verify, we never for screen, we say for no, who is a Sierra Leonean, but who is not a Sierra Leonean. The 7 million population will get so. If we do thorough check, if we so want to go to background check, we check from the village, your mama, papa outside come out. And they tell you, we population will not still reach 5 million. It's the real and true Sierra Leoneans. But because of the system, as I tell you, say the mistake and the error begin from 1961, when we go for immature independence, they will not be get post-independent plans. This problem don't continue for erupt today. Now today, na Sierra Leone, all important places where Sierra Leoneans there for invest today. Now foreign people that they buy am. Now foreign people that they live our business. Now foreign people that don't take a country now we are completely. We as Sierra Leone, we dey pass with this we cheat passports. When I prostitute passports, where all nationality get with passports. Today say we are Sierra Leonean, we don't get database for Salon. Salon I can wake tomorrow morning and tell you say about 1990. No system model for prove or verify the authenticity of what they say. All of the system they are not set. Salon not set.
Yeah.
So we go take
absolutely. Well stated.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
but-
therefore, until we now that's what we protest as Sierra Leoneans. Then we all rise up, say we demand. First of all, let we ask a question. Ask anybody. Me now the part of am because I don't serve as a politician, as an elected councillor. Ask the big one that we did. Ask Kande. Ask Aneskoma we be known as a president. Ask previous people that we don't serve in the capacity. Say you want for CD Sierra Leone independent documents. When they go for go take independent, ask them waiting the inside that document. And they ask them if we can get independent, post-independent plan. We not been get that. For say we don't go get independent, that's all we want Salon for go. That's all we want build the country. Now these security measures we they put for now we differentiate who that command that we can Salon today. But let you know say you not a Sierra Leonean, this is Sierra Leonean. We could give opportunity, but different for sure. Until we rise up for them and they follow go rectify. We'll go for rectify 1961 problem. Follow rectify 1961. I'm telling you, we will talk till we talk. We are open platform then. Many platforms will come. The problems of Sierra Leone will remain the same because the same old documents will not change them properly yet.
Thank you
Until
so
we change the document properly,
Yes.
Salon will move forward. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you too. Thank you so much. Yes, I think say some of the points it makes some salient points them, some of which we don't talk about in this platform, which is this 1965 Act, where recently back to where they say people then they rejoice, they celebrate, say oh they don't pull this part of the constitution, but unfortunately they don't know say when they pull and the way they put back it was past the way they pull. So one of the things we're being sent out there say now we really critically think, and then secondly no not just so be in haste for celebrates, but rather now read in total of this document for see how beneficial it is for the masses rather than protecting oneself, because you know for protects people them freedom of speech indirectly or directly. So now bring you back in, Mr. Fona. Some of the things that way Mr. Container mentioned where he say in belief say we get an immature independence and we're not being prepared for post-independence planning, which myself can always say at this platform say I can ask the question say were we really ready for commots under we slave master them? It is very good for now we gain independence, but waiting we don't do for we safe since we independent. Because before that we they say them we get trained, we not be I don't know no me not meet train, then we get trained, we get this, we get that, but we not get nothing for show for. So come back in, sir.
Absolutely, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks to Mr. Container there, Councillor Container.
Councillor Container.
This is what I want to say, my brother. First of all, let me make one thing categorically clear. At the time when I supported Dr. Yukela,
Oh yeah, sorry. Before you go there, it makes some valid point too with in terms of background check. I don't say be that eh.
Right. So let me say this, I'm going to make it categorically clear again.
Yeah.
At the time I supported Dr. Yukela, that's Sierra Leone politics, during the 2018 elections, I would never take that back. I don't regret my actions. I did the right thing. You know, elections are over, my brother. Mr. Councillor, thank you for everything, first of all, you know, listening to me and all that stuff. I appreciate it. You know, thank you for whatever role you've played as a council member, you know, at Freetown, Sierra Leone. I'm sure you impacted lives, you know, and you will continue to. But I would never apologize for that part. We can put all the problems that the Salon politics with him being minister back in the day, the oil refinery, all that stuff. No minister will get power for just grab and sell oil refinery without, you know, consent of the president. He was part of that. I never ask, I don't get people ask, I would that is that. That is the least of my worries, right? So whatever happened there happened at the time. But as far as I was looking at his resume for the 2018 elections, I was convinced, and I'm still convinced they get what it takes. But up until now, with the performances in parliament and everything, of course, my vision, the perspective has changed. So now that the elections are over, I've moved on, okay? And the other thing I really apologize to Sierra Leoneans. Let me come again categorically clear, and I'm a sister in Shona. I don't talk about a couple of times. Let me make it clear again using this platform, because I'm sure I'm going to reach somebody when obviously I've been here ever today for the first time. The change what we look for, that was not the change we got. Maradona was not the person I was fighting for. I was fighting for Dr. Yunkela for being the president of the NGC party. If I mean they misbehave something like today, now you are the president, they misbehave, this guy misbehave, yes, I will take it back and apologize.
So now, before you go further, right? In terms of one of the things the challenging question where they ask about Honorable KKY, I want to give a scenario here. There's one thing to have all this credential or work history, but how beneficial it is to the development of Salone. That's one. I give an example. Let's say you get a CNA. We don't work in a facility for 20 years, right? Or LPN. You don't work in a facility for 20 years or 10 years. Let's just make on that 10 years, right? And you don't know how to push IV. You don't get so many experience. You know so much. Now we get an RN, BSN. We just come on at school. It gets the book smart, but you don't get the actual practical. You know what I mean? In the example of that of the LPN, we get more experience, more knowledge. But if the RN is smart, is humble, it go hold that LPN, it say it not get ego, it go come close to that LPN, benefit from the knowledge where the LPN gets, and then go from there. So now, in the case of the KKY, many go say that's not one of the things that where they give a problem as Sierra Leonean. I respect that mommy where they work on Kuton Road, where it be say it gets in trade, it use that money there, it bless in picking them for them and gets that education when it not been gets, yeah? Versus that one where you say it don't get the education now, it no care say but that mommy na Kuton Road. You get me? So if Honorable KKY it get 20 years of experience, many Sierra Leoneans question is that waiting it take with that experience there and bless we country wherein we get so many investments. Within that 20 years, every year they bring they bring to our country where we go showcase and say, wow, she has done well. Yes, for now he hold that prestige position for now blessing for we, it look good for we as Sierra Leonean. But waiting we get from that now, that's not the question of many Sierra Leonean. Come back in, sir.
True. And this is what I can say, right? Because if we go back successively and look at past presidents there, we don't get no president who don't do anything in Sierra Leone for Sierra Leone before they become president, right?
Right.
I mean, the rules as what we have right now, Julius Marathon. Nothing, if anything, Marathon don't reap from Sierra Leone. One of the people who don't really destroy that country in terms of taking away, constantly taking away, never give it back. So again, when it comes to Dr. Yunkela, I'm going to let him, and other people defend him because I don't want to be that guy again for coming to defend him. When you take somebody who gets your level of experience as a director general of UNIDO, a whole organization, where you control the budgets, annual budgets of about $300 to $400 million. I mean, that's somebody we not going to deny the fact, say,
it gets the experience. Yes.
The experience of administration.
Yes.
We can say that, right?
Yeah.
The problem I have with them, like I said it here, a lot of Sierra Leoneans, they like it today right now. Even they say, because that take that myth away. Hey, don't say one get the mouthpiece, don't say the mouthpiece in Sierra Leone. Waiting their supporters they feel polarized. And this is very sad. Because there's always that, it will always be that one person, right? Just like today, I'm not saying I'm all of that, but I get people away, hey Ibrahim, when I talk about this, hey Ibrahim, because they look up to you, you are that voice, when they get respectful.
Yes.
And that's the same thing with Dr. Yunkela. Dr. Yunkela is one of the most protected Sierra Leoneans in the current times. With anybody in Sierra Leone, any government or administration, touch up, giving in background with the United Nations, so that the body when they watch all manner of people there, I believe say they will answer to that call in 2 seconds. And that is what people of Sierra Leone look say. This man with always in happy now, not to fall, just say, okay, well, why we cannot vote for me or not vote for me.
Yes.
And so now we're not tired. We say when I want Alusai Alassane, which is because I get a problem with that name, and they are basically left for me brother Alusai Alassane.
Yeah.
It's APP to some people.
Yeah.
So But the thing is, taking the back road, like again, I go back. Julius Malema of South Africa. Those are the people who want to see fighters for the people. Some people are already talking in there, even if it's not yielding result. But then I see them like this now. This violence happening on my kid. You already know to you can speak up about them. No?
Yes.
Exactly. Release. Yeah. But outright press release, I'm a Salomas and the press release. African politics is a little bit different. It's the way you get to talk to your people, and that is the problem where a lot of Sierra Leoneans and millions of Sierra Leoneans are disappointed when they get when they make the not trust against it. This man is competitive. This man is a fighter.
You have nailed it. You have nailed it.
All members of parliament, all members of parliament.
You have nailed it.
But it has to be a voice of reason.
You have nailed it to the T and the I, because again, a good example for say when then the campaign, I'm gonna do right by you. But this not a time where God says and say, now I can't be that example wherein I don't make this promise. Now they can't really trust me before even I get into that presidency. So now, like how you say, I mean, beginning in where it just come in the parliaments, they even they stand for one or two things, but then even this last one where people then they say, wow, if this man get in vote for somebody where no meets the criteria for now he hold that position, then all done in a part of corruption. If you for stand the grounds.
They defecated on the constitution of Sierra Leone because they tweaked the constitution to suit them. Absolutely. And this is what has been happening in previous administration. The constitution clearly states, section 32, subsection 4A, say for you qualify as an electoral commissioner, you should qualify. You should qualify as a member of parliament. You should meet the qualifications to become a member of parliament. You should. If President Yobi say he really wants to meet the constitution, and for not make this guy not resign in position 12 months out.
Absolutely.
For this position. But these guys are going with election and appointment. And the constitution not specifies it appointment versus election. Appointment versus election. The constitution not tell me say there has to be a date for election before already tell anybody can say for meet that requirement. That's not what the constitution said. And also the constitution section 34, subsection 4B at the bottom is saying for be a public officer. And Mr. Kanawe Kone was a public officer because at the time of his appointment, he was the director of the Financial Intelligence Unit. So why would these guys, people like the Dr. Yungelat, what we call them, say the scholars, why they for twist the constitution to suit them? Whatever plans they're having, whatever be happening under the table, we don't know. Whatever is going on, we don't point fingers now, we don't know what happened. But that man was unconstitutionally appointed to a position, and he was unconstitutionally approved for the position because the constitution clearly states, for you to qualify as an electoral commissioner, you should meet the requirements to become a member of parliament. That is what the constitution says. And what does that mean? It means say, for you contest as a member of parliament, for you're viable for being a member of parliament. You for not relinquish your position, your government position, 12 months prior to that ending. But now let's go a step further. Why what is his name? Mr. Kanawe Kone, this electoral commissioner asked me, why this man, with everything that he did, the $1.5 million way chief minister, where the prime minister of Sierra Leone, chief, that 1.5 million, the whistleblower inside the FIB bank, we talk about landing, they fire him, he lost his position. But Mr. Kanawe Kone, this is payback basically for saying, man, you cover me, so we pay you back for what you do. And we don't say this guy is a card-carrying member of the SLPP party. So where is the independent? This guy is going to be absolutely biased. But again, the constitution clearly states this guy was not qualified. If I left the position 12 months prior, when they appoint him as electoral commissioner, because for them to become a member of parliament, and they use the same constitution where they remove members of parliament from the APC party using the same clause in the constitution, say they're not being left in position 12 months out. They use that same clause. They're not Swiss and now. They use the same clause where they remove members of parliament. Or the same clause that a person elected to you can stand for. Somebody who is a scholar, when you say get PhD, no matter how long they don't get this PhD, this man is landing with a illicit one. You know, say the man will get cognitive sense. Waiting happening for lay him for, then it's Twitter so to this point, lay twist himself like a pretzel, because that's what he did basically, twisted himself to a pretzel. But let say it is okay because it's not about elections, it's about appointment.
Excellent. It was wrong. So like you say, it go back to one of the points where I make of us being hypocritical with the Renaissance man where now we sitting ACC boss. Then also, I go hold am accountable. Nobody not go quiz somebody. In the example of you, like the example of that LPN or the CNA versus the RN BSN, we just come on at school. You being the person that you are, a man way stand in moral grounds, a man way not willing for compromise, integrity, and self-respect. You look and say, when this political party no longer serve me right, I go bow out gracefully. So, having said that, it's this equally so. If this man don't give promises to Sierra Leoneans, say, me na KKY, I want to do right by Sierra Leoneans. Them, if anything come na the House of Parliament, where you do represent not only constituency but Sierra Leonean as a whole, where it be say you like how you don't spell out all the obvious in terms of the criteria where they for meet before that person they for hold that position. I believe say nobody not go put gun in head say or knife say no, you get for vote pauper. Or if we don't play the same tactic where they can say and then they show up when it come for the day for vote. So again, we go hold them accountable for the stance where it say come back in, sir. Seem like you device they get some stuff. Will they take a quick break and come right back? And I thank you for your patience. Will they come right back?
Okay, I'm right there. I hear you there.
Okay, good. So okay, okay, come in. I want play one thing. Okay, go ahead and give you submission before we go to the break. Go ahead.
Oh yes. So yeah. Basically, I mean, it's that level of hypocrisy, like you said, is written on both Sierra Leoneans, and especially with this vote, where Dr. Yukela, I don't care whether anybody get perceived for support the fact that it's okay because we get a cultic mentality, and that is the same thing where people and where they support APC and SLPP. It's like everything is about the party, right? We they complain say they support APC, they support SLPP. Then why they don't like the country? They're not nationalistic. That's not what they're doing. It's all about the political parties. But then you get people within the same NGC where your leaders can't go wrong. Even though they say the constitution clearly states this man don't qualify, but because the leaders qualified, every jack, turn and kill, say it's okay, it's qualified. That is the problem that we have here. So therefore, look at this and say this is black fight. Let's call it for what it is. We're not going to forget a better headway. And that is what I've seen, and that is why I believe say a political party not going to mend the problems of Sierra Leone. Again, you get to take people we mean business, we're serious. For get into these political parties and change the narrative, because if the leader they tell the people consistently, like what the NGC and Dr. Yukela did so now, we're not for making the point of the topic there because we have other issues that I talk about.
Yes.
I want to make sure I push the People's Liberation Movement platform forward because that is the way to go. But at least we want to show the fact
campaign.
It put me in a position of trust, right?
Yes.
And then I end up being a positive way with everything I was saying, just like the Renaissance man, is the anti-corruption commissioner. Look, I can Trump with you like today. Yeah. Who signed Mr. Corruption Commission did now? Why not go speak up then there now for call the violence, right? For call the atrocities when his president they perpetrate by people and let people wear them polo. Let them get right for wearing them polo when they say McKinney lives matter. Anti-Corruption Commissioner boss Francis Ben Kalapala. Can you do that? Mr. Renaissance man, can you do that? Where is your credibility? Where is your integrity? Is it in the gutter?
Well stated. Well stated. So like I can always say, now we also use we platform here for tell we fellow Sierra Leoneans say words and education not for fool we anymore. You understand? If that person don't work for you, need or now it only 40 years old, but Mr. Ibrahim don't work as a BSN also for 10 years. Maybe sometimes in your love and interest of the country is suppressed the one we don't get 40 years experience where it be say you want go be more for the masses rather than self. And another critical thing will happen where it be say many necessarily the one that we're not being where them in clueless when they do that emergency law they say we for they in a state of an emergency for 1 year. How sad is that?
Are held accountable for that.
How sad is that? And Mr. KKY also now been they part of the process, as well as the main opposition as well. They're all, I don't know if they'll be fooled by it, but at the same time still, I don't know if they do anything because even these places like what I've been saying, in America now, Italy now, they get more worst case compared to Sierra Leone. But still,
Absolutely.
yes, but still, then we not go into that. But while you do that, I want to play another video where for tell Sierra Leoneans say this concern not only from the main opposition or the NGC, but rather also SLPP supporters themselves, then gets them concerned. Now play a move, they come right back.
Kongona today. Kongona today. Kongona today.
Now we all be the struggle.
Kongona today.
Now we all be the rally.
Kongona today.
Now we all be the campaign.
Kongona today.
They say you know they go Ghana.
Kongona today.
You know they go America.
Kongona today.
You know deserve forget power.
Kongona today.
Now you overthrow Sasa.
Kongona today.
Sasa say na like the libel.
Kongona today.
We don't owe rope of the trust.
Kongona today.
We don't give you this power.
Kongona today.
You dey go China and London.
Kongona today.
You dey look with the small group.
Kongona today.
Party office with the hustle.
Kongona today.
2 bag rest for them.
Kongona today.
Where you own plates can't take.
Kongona today.
Madam Yobo tell me.
Kongona today.
If you don't give me work by this time.
Kongona today.
Whose time will go better?
Kongona today.
Hey, me.
Kongona today.
Kongona today. Now me you be the suffer.
Kongona today.
Now you dey go already na boat.
Kongona today.
So you dey already na market.
Kongona today.
Now you already na boat.
And welcome back. So basically, I played on there as a reminder for Sierra Leoneans that no say this concern. And they come from only Mr. IB in your movement. And they come from only NGC. And also even inside, but also inside the Sierra Leone People's Party. It's sad. Some people that could go laugh at this. And they remind the sitting president say, now we all been there so far. You know, so come in. What do you think about that unfortunate and sad video there of that young man? What's in your own take on that, Mr. IB? Come back in, sir. Are you want to? Yeah.
And right, and that is a very sharp reminder, you know, because with people, they've always they left with people behind. These are the supporters. The average Sierra Leonean, we all the ones that forget a better way of life, but they've always been forgotten. And that is the thing when you see their videos there, big guy there, they say exactly what he's saying. But I promise you now, of course, the president, sometimes in that video, there, one man will come out and go get 500,000 leones, you know, say, hey, you know, go buy your home and this and that, do what you do. That is all they're good for, right? That is all that is more they're worth to these people. You know, that is why we want to talk to grassroots, the young people, and say it's about time. You guys want to stop on apathy you want to get towards politics. When I get involved as leaders, not as followers, not to follow, they don't want to use one. That politician can they go give them money for go cause havoc and trouble someplace. You know, you guys have to think about now. Say, myself, I want for contest for become a member of parliament. I don't suffer enough. I don't go through too much pain. I think say it's about time myself black can take this man to lead. Let me go change lives. Let me get involved. That is what I want to encourage young men, you know, and young people, especially in Sierra Leone. But I'm telling you, all this what they say so bad. When they look next election, they come back, we see young people still getting used, misused, and abused because they don't get that level of awareness. That is where the People's Liberation Movement comes in. Because I want to give them that civic education. That people understand, say, it is about you. When you go make yourself the priority, as opposed to making these politicians your priority. Because when they go to power, who do they enjoy? Their wealth, and girlfriend them, and they be responsible picking them. Look crazy Sandy, the Minister of Lands. We know somebody sell land and they for buy motorcar for them picking in a Prabico legend. I found $5,000 easy, $6,000 just like that. You were fed for them. We don't fed for them. People in a boat, people in a Kailahun, people in a Kerema, they still they complain, say Tintiang and nothing change for years. That is what is happening. So you're always going to be left behind. And that makes some people until they reach that point, we the people, and we go from the deep politicians. So when I tell we politicians go to office, we all are accountable, better we go for them. Because until we left to go sit down and step them, hey, bro, we put for you, Bobo, I don't come, this and that. We will change the mentality and not say, no, these people are servants to you. That is what we want you guys to understand. They are servants to you. Maradio and any other presidents, ministers, they are all servants. Not so the power when they get on Nigeria, they derive the power from under the people. So they are servants to you guys. But we are not saying we are worth more to them than anything else. We are not going for realizing our potentials. So that is the problem. Young people will stop for support their people there. And you know, another thing I want categorically state a lot of people, because waiting I really miss opportunities to mention this about the People's Liberation Movement. And, you know, I want to address the young guy, the container, Councillor Container, you know, I began saying first question as far as with, you know, saying apologizing. Like I said, we all finished that side and let people understand. The apologies only what I get was the fact that the change we were looking for is not what we have now. That is the apology I've made to Sierra Leoneans, and I will say it again. And the same faith we felt to pull APC in power, and the same faith we all get for faith collaboratively as a people, but we pull this SMPP back to power. And also, we say APC will not be one day. We say former President Kuruma was a bad person also, but now we don't can see the difference is night and day between these two individuals. Yes, Team Tianga small, Team Tianga difficulties, you know, we complain, the same complaint, but there was freedom of expression, right? People able to talk. People, you know, the friends say you go talk, they will go beat you, they will pull you in a teeth, and you know, will lock you up, but then nobody knows, like, they'll lock you, that's really key. That was not what was happening, right? But at least under this SLPP, we don't see, say, man, waiting at freedom, waiting at unity, waiting at justice. It is out the window, it's in the, they don't where. No right turn for anybody, no right turn for any citizen. That is the only apology I get. But again, it's all of us collectively as a people. We have to say now, okay, we don't see the two sides. Me to come and present to the People's Liberation Movement. Again, it's about making sure we want peace in the country. And also, if APC can have power in 2020, definitely, you know, it's going to be a lot of revenge against what's in the episode in our country right now. So, SNPP supporters, you guys have to be aware and wake up. Me to present a platform to now. We're that for about Sierra Leoneans and every Sierra Leonean. It's not about your tribe, your region, also you come out. The People's Liberation Movement belongs to you guys. Now, a movement. It is not a political party. It is a movement. Because when you say a political party, that is when everybody wants for affiliate with who side and come out and tribal and day. But it's a movement where we believe, say, it's about time. We put Salon force. Then we think about nationalistic development. Then we think about solving the problems where they affect common people. No, so that is the platform where the People's Liberation Movement they bring come to owner. And we know, say, all it takes, like I say, it's about determination. It takes the experience. It takes somebody who will get disciplined, because you have to be disciplined. One thing we see, even within your own political parties, there we see people that can get issues with them. You know, for you break through that your own political party for the level of corruption. Say that you begin for attack other people, you know, it's an issue. So I must say it's a lot of work that has to be done, and again for take with the progressives, because I'm a progressive. That is my thing. I'm a progressive. That is what I do. And I believe so until really progressives, young Sierra Leoneans say enough is enough. It's about time we come together. Then, you know, there's not going to be an headache.
Absolutely. I get 3 more questions before we call it quits. I can always ask, like, God don't bless you with this movement, and I can always want approach or handle everything with the Maslow hierarchy of need, where it was written by Abraham Maslow, where basically it talk on start from the physiological needs, where it will be the basic with the water, the food, then come the safety need, the love and belonging, esteem and self actualization, where basically not your own accomplishment where you want to do for yourself. If God give you the opportunity someday, let's just say hypothetically speaking, right, this movement come into political party and then land you to a prestige position or sensitive position where you now given the responsibility to serve the masses, not your interest but the masses. What will be the 5 things then where you go want accomplish, given the obvious or using the Maslow hierarchy of need by Abraham Maslow. Come back in, sir. Did you hear me, or you missed some of it?
Okay. I heard you at the beginning.
Okay.
I heard you at the beginning, but I lost you. But I think I still your question. Where you go? If you could just finish the ending part for me. Just finish the
ending part is that if God give you that opportunity for hold sensitive position where you're given a trust, a responsibility for serve the masses, the interests of the masses, right? Give me 5 things then where you go take first as priority for accomplish for the benefit of the masses, given the obvious advice of Abraham Maslow, where first one are the physiological needs, where entails with water, the food, the basic basically, and then safety needs, where in the example of the McKinney Dam, now the governments get the right for give safety for the people and property, right? And then we come to love and belonging, esteem, and your self-actualization, where will be you accomplishing that goal and leaving that positive impact to the lives of Sierra Leoneans. That will be the self-actualization. But now we start with the basic and give you 5 solid things then where you accomplish for the benefits of the masses. Come back in, sir.
You know, this is very simple. Life, I mean, look at us. We are the diaspora. And I make it very practical for the people. Ibrahim wake up in the morning, Ibrahim get a job for go to. Ibrahim got a job, he does the best he has to do for his job. Every 2 weeks, Ibrahim is paid. Ibrahim take care of your family, take care of your needs, take care of your bills there. Ibrahim provide shelter for your family, Ibrahim provide food for your people. Ibrahim provide all the basics for your people need. Ibrahim, man is not a millionaire, but at least Ibrahim is engaged, he's doing something meaningful. That is all the old thing takes as a leader of a country. Ibrahim today, Ibrahim get medical coverage, giving the institution where I work for. My family is covered. They begin them all. If anyone is sick today, I know they ask me, they say, oh God, who's that money get for promote? Also hospital will get for good. It's just a matter of getting to that hospital. They will be taken care of. Ibrahim gets him motor car, they drive, they pay auto insurance, they take care of everything they will take care of. Ibrahim therefore go around and Ibrahim wants to get 24-hour electricity. Ibrahim enjoy the light. When one's done, he send him bill, he pay him bill. Ibrahim get water and he was when he go open up the bathroom, the shower, the sink, everything is taken care of. These are the basic needs of my life. And that is what we're looking for. So what is the first priority there? And for make sure say every man that's here, this is how I think. Every daddy, every young man, every young woman should be able to engage themselves meaningfully. And we have to create employment opportunities. Sierra Leone, we're not exporting nothing. We don't produce nothing. We get young minds, we get young brains. All it takes is about bringing, institutions, bringing agriculture is a big sector of the country. I want to make sure so we focus on that bread and butter issue. If we grow everything when we eat that Sierra Leone, that will be a priority of mine. But again, I'm going to take it to the Constitution. The Constitution says the motto of Sierra Leone is providing freedom, unity, and justice. That is what the people need. Provide the freedom for the people. Let the people not feel like they live in a society where we have hawks over them. The police, the military, there's lawlessness, control of the taxi driver, no they obey the road signs. The pedestrian, no they obey the road signs. No they wait for the light and green light for let cross. Taxi driver, no they wait for people and where there's a red light. Discipline, all of these little things, we just get for make sure. It's a lot of work for me, don't know, but the basics, providing food, providing shelter. How we go do that in that? Make sure we provide meaningful employment for people. Providing people, I don't really say anybody for live that big. I don't really say anybody for live that cool big. I mean, there's all the areas across the country where we can go and establish decentralized. Freetown is condensed, Freetown is chopped up. We want to make sure we scatter. So that food, that clothing, that shelter, those three items, we are the basic need of mankind. Is what can we do for make sure we enhance that. And I make for make sure like I say, we invest in the agricultural sector for provide enough job employment opportunities. We get for make sure we control all the mineral resources. Not to just they bring up, they can harvest them out of one time, destroy the natural habitation, destroy the country. If people don't get nothing, the only people who really get the cuts are the ministers and the president and they get cuts from them. No, it has to benefit every Sierra Leonean. No Sierra Leonean not for go sleep angry. If I am in a position of authority, if every Sierra Leonean go sleep angry, it should bother me. I should not be happy. I should be worried. I don't want to get me back into a cocoon. So those are the issues. We healthcare sector. Every small community, every small village, because you got to start small. I never say we build automatically get state-of-the-art hospital, right? Which is the focus, which is the goal. But every community forgets urgent healthcare units, urgent healthcare facility, ambulances should be provided. Every village, you forget doctor, where they stand by, where hospital, where the state is sponsor. It could be done with all the corruption, all the debris, the amount of leakages where they go out to the country, the money they will lost way. One man gets $200,000, which they do with that. Keep an OC for. We go for corruption. And the one of me being in any position of authority in that country, that for teach the people civic roles and responsibility. Now for making sure I work with the parliament, corruption should be classed as a genocide against mankind. Like corruption make Africa and Sierra Leone suffer like that. So the one, curbing corruption. Because when it comes to corruption, then we came to make all these provisions for our people. The food, the clothing, the shelter. We can get investments. We can make sure we invest in the educational sector. Every adult will not get formal education. We for make sure say we get civic adult education class system across the country for educate people. I want people to understand the constitutional rights. I want people to know say if I don't do right as a president, because sometimes you get cocooned, you just get surrounded by all you kind of people no more. You don't hear from the masses, and that is one good way for you from people. Allow you people to protest, get a voice of dissent. Me will be that one person where I will get it and get town halls. I want for you to read from the citizens. I want for no the problems. I want for no fall short. Wait till I need for fix the problems in the country. Those are those are my priorities. Those are the way what I think. Because again, power comes from the people. Democracy is the power of the people, for the people, and by the people. So if we just summarize that education sector, that agricultural sector, that healthcare sector, employment opportunities to engage every young person. That is my priority. And above all, corruption should be classed as a genocide against mankind. And anybody, you will perpetrate the corruption. You will receive all. We get forget we make sure again 2 months across the country. We will test you as a permanent sector. For see if you accept bribe. You accept bribe, it's a remember they put up with members of parliament that we only come with that because we don't do anything on constitutional you. You know, you can almost say that from Ibrahim power from above. No. Now a law, whether the law way by this law, you can beg me, no go beg member of parliament, no go beg nobody. Just like we have the diaspora way. When you violate the law, you go through the full hand of the law. That is how we get to do the same thing as here to fix that country for all people and for generations to come. It's not about us. It's not about me. What shall you do, so Fatima? What shall you do? What shall you do?
Khadija.
Khadija. Yeah. Fatima, we're taking the time.
Yeah. Khadija.
Or something like this, they're all vexed.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sitting over there. But we are doing this because of love.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's what we do. I can see Fatima. I can show you how I live. I don't necessarily live in affluence, but I live a good life.
Yeah.
Thank you for provision. Yeah. And I'm okay. I don't need Sierra Leone problems to bother me. But it's bothering me because I'm a Sierra Leonean person. And that is why we do what we do. And that is why I'm sacrificing this time. You sacrifice your time. We always sacrifice your time. Lawrence is sacrificing time. That is why we love the country.
Absolutely.
And by going for our salon better.
God willing. God willing. That's now we hope and wish for Salon. And I love one thing where you say similarly to that of Honorable Fodera Yoki, where they talk about the Mineral Act, where I think you've been in a process for see how we go change and for the Sierra Leonean and Sierra Leone benefits more instead of the investors then when they come then they can't reap away. Because if we get all this mineral resources then, but unfortunately we're not getting nothing for show for it. So I think say that in another critical and unfortunate thing with the Ambogwe country as a whole. Now, before we go, I want to do two things. I want you, and also you talk about corruption, but I want you answer this simultaneously. Corruption, if you were in that position, when you fight corruption, do you fight corruption as on a selective lens, meaning that, oh, this one will close to me, I'm a political party man, and not hold them accountable? We see some of that, some of the other individuals, them will be done serve, now the then administration, where they named and come up, they were never held accountable compared to that of, I call them the main opposition then, which is right unfortunate. Those type of precedent, obviously, in the benefits we as a whole. That's now one. The other thing again, I want to know you how you go advise the youths them for them to not come to that category of sycophant or libele. Then they get confident, trust in themselves. If even a gari then they eat, then they just bear, they know say that condition in that they God wants them for that moment. Instead of going to be that partisan person where it be say it destroy a nation, it destroy we as Sierra Leoneans, it bring marginalization, sectionalism, tribalism. How you will use your voice, because the youths them mean a lot to me, even though some of we were still there in the category, depending on how we look at, we know how old or so.
Absolutely. Yes. Age comes with wisdom. Age comes with wisdom.
That's
so
right.
You're aging very gracefully.
Oh, thank you. I'm humble.
Yes. So, with anything, I think corruption for fighter, you got to start with people inside your, small.
Magufuli, right? Magufuli, that's so not saying I name the example of.
And we see like the anti-corruption commissioner now, right? Yeah. Look at what is happening. You don't go after SLPP people. You don't go after the chief minister. You don't go after Tinubu. You don't go after that lady we go to Nigeria. We go give testimony. Say inside 3 months, he build big mansion. Yes. Because they are the SLPP, right? Yes. But it's going after the teacher, the pro-innocent teacher, they go put it constitution, violating their human rights and the constitutional rights and the democratic rights. But again, these guys will not answer to these crimes that they commit against the people. So it starts from within. And me, I will talk about. And I know so a lot of people, anybody for psychologically analyzing me, I'm a very strict person. And again, it has to do with my institution, right? I don't talk much about it, but I'm a very disciplined person because I did a system, a structure where it's hierarchy based. I'm very disciplined. I'm in charge of people. People are really in charge of me. We only report and coordinate things as we should. Yes. You know, everybody knows which their roles and responsibility. Yes. And also with power tap, and also with power knowledge. Yes. You know, so I can tell anybody this. I'm a very disciplined person. I don't take nonsense. But I tell you, say, don't do this. These are the consequences of your action doing this. Believe it or not, that's what's going to happen. And again, it has to be done within the confines of the Constitution, right? So if we don't say we don't declare corruption as a thing, it's a genocide against mankind. I'm assuming, I'm not a president. And again, let me make one thing clear, Prime Minister. I've not been doing what I've been doing because I get it with ambition. But it gets to a point where without politics, you cannot change the status quo.
Yes.
There's no way to help. You get the millions of dollars that I go salon, I go donate items, donate. Just like an example, when the guy that will repair the Kisi mental home. Yeah. Again, if the government, and the advice when the white guy give, if the government not continuously put institutions in place for get a maintenance culture, no matter how we go and repair and do this and do that, it's not going to stick, right? So that is the same thing. That is the principle that we have to apply in everything we do. So we have to have institutions and formation to say it's a continuous process. Just like our government is about continuity, government can be continuity. So that is the thing. So I believe within the confines of the Constitution, if you commit a crime, you're going to face the consequences of your action. Not only business, Danny. How can I beg me? I don't go call anybody for saying that. No. Let the law take its course. Whatever the charges when you violate, whatever you have to pay for that, you know, whatever the law says is going to be the effect, let it take its course. That is the thing. So for the youth then, right? For the young people then, that is why I'm giving you guys a platform. Because one thing you want to say, a lot of young men then, they say, oh, Ibrahim, we let you, Ibrahim, you really talk, like we say, now me, you talk for, you always see me say conversation and everything. And to the young people there, I hope say I'm reaching the folks they move to reach. Because my fear is, it's like when we're on social media, it's very effective, don't get me wrong, it's very, very effective. But I will reaching the people that we're supposed to reach now. That is my thing. And that is why I don't do a lot of, different platforms and stuff like that, because I feel like we're all just cycling the same thing and we're all in the same cycle. I don't know if that young man with a play come up with if you get access for hearing me when we talk. Yes. That's what I do always. Maybe they're listening, maybe they're hearing us. If you're hearing me as a young man today, I want you to know this. The Constitution is saying that you get the power. Democracy is the power of the people, for the people, and by the people. You are the people. The power belongs to you. Your vote matters. Who you support, it matters. That is why as a young man to another young man, I call you. Some of me when I'm a young brother then, I tell you my age, we are all at the same age group. But if you look me and I look you now, because of hard time and difficulties, you pass me 20 years. You're not. We're all very young people left. We therefore come together. And that is why you are the platform, the People's Liberation Movement is the platform for the young people in Sierra Leone. Don't forget, say 65% of the population are we the young people left. Why we 65% will allow 35% to win and beat sweep by any election? We have to have unity. We have to get one word. Yes. We get for political aside. Then we left the tribalism. Now we left the sectionalism. Let us come together and take this about saying, believe me, you be a PCO, you be a SLPPO. We all come up from these political parties. We can come together and work as the people, and we can make a change. If only we think about Sierra Leone and not about our political parties. If only we think about Sierra Leone and not about our regions. If only we think about Sierra Leone and not about our towns and our villages and our communities. Think about Sierra Leone. I want a Sierra Leone just for everybody. I want a Sierra Leone where you come out freedom. You go to Kenema, like the same developments they did. Just like over there in the diaspora. If I come on Maryland, I am a city, but I go to other city. All thing they did. If I move from Maryland today, I go to other state. Everything they did. The lights did it, the water did it, the electricity. As long as they pay for the services, I will always have it. That is the same opportunities I'm looking for young people like that. When school open, they don't go for big na posse in the West early morning, or then they can give money for the school picking. That is what I'm fighting against. Let you for provide for your work. Let you feel like a man. When your wife come for ask for your money, but in fact you wait for the ask for your money because you pull like you give the fridge full up. Why go in the fridge right now? I'm picking and go say one. That is the same life I want for you as a young man. So that is why you also young people, you the young man that's the young woman, because I like what the young woman said. Because the woman, I don't know if it's place. You guys have a place in the politics. You have to go involved in politics. Politics is the People's Liberation Movement is giving you guys the opportunity. Join the movement. The fact that you watch it, you think about it, you're part of the movement. Just here this day, by God in power, if God directs me, all of the people that say, Brian, we are ready, because the people are really listen to. That you know that conviction how they go. Not a mere conviction, also by mere power. If una say Ibrahim, I hear from una, when I say Ibrahim, let us go. Let us contest this election. We need a change. We need to put these political parties to the side and let us get a movement with a Sierra Leoneans involved. And I tell you that 2023 elections, what's going to happen if APC come back to power, which is they're ready for collaborating with any of these political parties, right? Because again, they have the infrastructure, they have the platform. But if APC come to power, SLPP members are going to be very, they'll be affected. Because always in the happening, and also we're going to get revenge. That means the People's Liberation Movement will come and say, no, everybody, no, we're going to form a tribunal, we'll bring everybody, we conduct all the harm there, we violate human rights, we violate constitutional rights. We'll bring them all come, then they can face the tribunal, and the law will deal with them accordingly at all levels. That is what we want from the People's Liberation Movement moving forward. Thank you, thank you very much.
Thank you. Where we say intellectual will be an understatement. Thank you for responding to all my questions in a very civilized and honest manner. Thank you for all that you do for the Republic of Sierra Leone. Now we continue for use with voice, with the fairness of God, and serve God first with conscience and then the masses. Thank you once again, Mr. Fona. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Thank you for honoring the invitation. Fellow Sierra Leoneans and viewers beyond the Sierra Leone community, I want to take this opportunity for telling a plenty thank you when I take time out of a busy schedule today for join in. Now we always remember we team bind we together. We're not the green, white, and blue, irrespective of we political affiliation. Until next time, this is Salon for All, Voice for All Network Television. I am your host, Khadija Tijan Nabi. Now God bless we all, and God bless the Republic of Sierra Leone, and of course the United States of America, United Kingdom, and the list goes on. Good night, good morning, bye.